And we're live. Hello, everyone. Those of you still watching, and please ignore the bar next to me. That's very important for later. Welcome to my playthrough on Blindshot of Sins, a role-playing game. A game that recently came out from Falling Leaf Limited that it won the People's Choice Award at UK Games Expo 2018, and there isn't a single video online of someone playing it. So I thought, let's just open this book up and give it a shot. I am probably going to mess this game up. If you're looking for a game that is going to play this perfectly, I don't know. We're going to try our best because it's a blind shot and we don't know the rules that well. We're going to try and get as much as we can in. We're hopefully going to play maybe 2 or 3 sessions of this. So as the game goes on, we'll get better. But it's a learning experience, so we'll get together. It's all good. With me, I have my 2 usual suspects. Checks.
Hello.
Introduce your character, you muppet.
I'm trying to eat a pizza, so just like Haslan Driscoll, tall and ruggedly handsome gunslinger with cold dead eyes. Despite the fact that death follows him like a spectre, he lives life to the fullest, which is the only time the life in his eyes come up when he's drinking and singing and doing all those things.
All right, that's pretty awesome. And also my boy, Dan.
Hey, I'm playing Callum Bryant, who goes by the name Bastion, and he basically, well, the world is dying, and the New World Order has raised up, and he feels that he can do better, so he's on a path, forging his own path to the top, and hopefully stays alive in the process.
That's pretty cool. While we're on the subject, before we continue into your actual thing, would you like to tell me about your hollow natures and how they treat you? So, in this game, to summarize the world, make life a bit easier, the world has gone to crap. People keep coming back from the dead and become these things called brood spawn. They're more like your 28 days later zombies, where they're big and fast and all this, but also slightly territorial and kind of a little bit more possessive than it normally should be, than a normal brainless zombie. The players are playing something called nemissaries. Please forgive the name. The players are calling something called nemissaries, who are brood spawn that have slowly come up and realized their humanity once again, and are trying to be human once again. They aren't undead. They have a few of their qualities, but they aren't undead. And they constantly get the call from the undead, from their brood spawn, to come back to them. But they've maintained some of the humanity thanks to something called the shards that they found, and it helps them basically be human, as I said. However, there's a downside to this. There is a part of them that's constantly fighting against what they're doing. And if every single person has something, it basically gives bad advice or tries to egg you on to do something else a bit crazier and stupider and dumber and more fun and exciting. Dan, would you like to tell me how your Triant tries to stop you from succeeding in your goals?
So Callum's always been a bit of a brute, and he's a big guy, and he actually chose the power of the nemissaries. Rather than being claimed, he kind of offered himself up for the ability to have more power. And this is where his hollow nature, the tyrant, it bolsters him and like feeds his ego to more and more reckless degrees, I guess. It wants power, and it's using him to get it. So, if that's what you were looking for, I think.
Yeah, pretty much that. It wants power and it's using it to get it. So it'll encourage you to follow its path if you can. And Chex, I believe you have the traitor. Would you like to tell me about that? If you like help, the traitor's whole goal is to lead you to the point where it can finally rejoin the brood spawn. Its entire goal is to make you break away from being human and go back and joining with the sound of the brood spawn and become a mindless zombie again.
That's right, because it ties in with something else of Haslan's character, which was that he was essentially kidnapped by the brood, kept alive and tortured. But there's a part of him, there's a bit of them that remains within him that is fighting for control, as you say.
All right, I think that's pretty fair. Okay, with that in mind, I think we're pretty much ready to start, right, boys?
think so.
Okay. So the camera pans down onto what looks basically like pretty much like a nuclear wasteland after the bombs have hit. Think Fallout 1, 2, 3, 4 tactics, whatever you want. It's a lovely open area, and there's a wonderful ruin of a city in the distance where you can see broken buildings and busted up signs and very little vegetation running around the area. Right at the front is this 3-story building that sits. And in front of this 3-story building, which is about maybe 30 feet across and 3 stories high, there is a gas station, an old, disused, rotten gas station. Probably not any gas in it left whatsoever. At least that's what you think at this point anyway. Moving about the area and sniffing about with their heads already down and croaking about there are the Brutespawn. They are these bald, scarred-looking people with tattered clothes from when they used to be human. Well, how they died or how long they've been Brutespawn, it's anyone's guess. And they're moving around the gas station slowly and quietly, trying to find somewhere or some way or something that's keeping them there. We cut to a very small part of the 3-story building, and we go up a floor to what looks like what probably would have been an old convenience store with racks and racks of empty shelves and a bar where the cashier would have been. Behind that, under the table, behind the cashier, sits someone who is holding a radio and shivering terribly and clicking the radio over and over, going, "Hello, is someone there? Anyone, please? Please help me. Please, please." She keeps repeating the message over and over and over and over and over again. But of course, there's probably no one around to help them. Or is there? We cut to a tiny little ridge just above the gas station where 2 figures stand. One of them, a radio in their hand as they listen in and hear the call for help. Would you two like to describe yourselves, please?
Want me to go first?
Go for it. Go wild.
So Callum always gets what he wants, really. Be it through strength or be it through, he's actually fairly persuasive personality. So he's quite a good-looking guy, and I mean he was sort of 6 foot tall-ish, but since the whole sort of bonding ceremony, the magic and the powers that he's been given, the songs of flesh and bone have enhanced his just natural resting form considerably. So he's now like 8 foot tall, at least, and but still charming, disarmingly charming, perhaps for someone so large. The less charming aspect is that underneath maybe his like leather jacket coat thing, you can see what looks to be bone, the bone armor that he has crafted himself and wears. And then in his hand or across his back is a huge axe, bigger than perhaps pretty much the size of a person, that is also seemingly made out of bone. And then, like a biker chain, is wrapped around one of his fists, and that also seems to be made out of bone and ligaments.
Okay. And Chucks, would you like to describe what Haslan looks like?
Haslan is your archetypal gun slinger. He has a long duster coat, probably matted with, not matted, but covered in dust, in soot, similar to the hat that he wears, pulled down over the eyes. One of those, how can he see what to shoot under that hat? But he can. He has one scar that curves from his cheek to his brow, which seems to pulse every so often. And his gun is immaculate. I mean, compared to his drab appearance, this thing shines.
All right. So with the view that you guys have on the ridge, you can see the gas station, and you can see about maybe 5 or 6 of the brute spawn looking around, searching, trying to find this person possibly that is calling for help. What would you like to do?
And we just happened to hear them on a radio and sort of homed in on their position.
Yes, you're also here for a second purpose, but that's revealed later.
Okay. Well, it looks like more of these things. Never ends. You got any bright ideas, or are we just going to start it?
Well, got to put them down, one way or another. Look at that one over there.
You cut to one that's like scratching its neck horribly and leaning in the window, kind of looking at his own face, and they're just like doing this.
You know, I feel sorry for the poor bastard sometimes.
I don't know if you're meaning them or us. Or the rest of the sods who live on this godforsaken rock.
There's enough sorry to go around.
There is a lot of sorry. Maybe one day we'll be able to change that. But I guess for now, just going to have to punch some of these bastards in the face.
All right. What's the plan? How are you going to approach, and how are you going to get to it?
Do we know that these things are kind of like prowling around the gas station, so we think that the person is inside?
Yeah, you reckon the person is definitely inside, 100%. Okay. They've given their location where you know there's someone on the second floor.
Are any of them kind of like broken off or separate, or?
I think there's only one way to find out. Why don't you make me a roll to determine that? If you're going to try and get some kind of like tactical advantage.
I shall attempt so.
I think that's a great idea. Why don't you make me, if you want a tactical advantage, make me a perception roll using your boy, let me go find the scale of the burns. Using your cunning, make me a perception roll. See if you can't work out with this any a little bit of part that you might be able to get to. Difficulty is you only need 2 successes. So if you go into the window and you check the macro button.
Where is it?
It will be the 3 line dots. Click dice. There'll be a show macro quick bar.
Yep, done.
Put that on. Make sure you click the dice roll to be in the quick bar, and then click the dice. And it should ask you what you should roll and what difficulty it will be. Now, do you have go on, after you.
I've ticked the show macro quick bar. I don't have any options to choose from.
Are you sure about that? At the bottom left, is there nothing there?
It's sort of come up with like a faint grey box, but no buttons.
Go back into my... Oh, I know what I did. Hang on. I know what I did. I didn't make it so it's set to see by everyone else.
Should have done this beforehand.
Really?
No, I'm not you. I'm just saying we should have worked this out beforehand.
Yeah, we should have worked out beforehand. All right. If you go back to macros, there should be the name in bar at the top under macros. It should be there, I hope.
I don't see it.
Okay.
I've got the name section and the show macro quick bar, but...
there it is. Visible to all players. Save. Done. Okay, now it's there, right?
Yep.
All right, click that.
Nice roll.
Let's see if this fucking thing works.
Yeah. So it's my cunning, which is 4, plus my fate dice for 5. So 5 dice?
No. So 5 dice and the difficulty succeed. What is your skill?
My skill in perception is 2.
So it goes down to 6, then 5. So you need 5s or more to succeed.
Is that in the next input value box?
Yep.
Okay.
Next input value box. And fingers crossed, this will all work and be amazing. Yeah!
Oh, wow. 2 successes and 3 ones, but 2 successes.
3 ones, but 2 successes. So in this game, dice explode. When you roll a 6, it rolls again, which happened there. But unfortunately, you got really unlucky and got under 1.
Yeah.
So you have got the base success. So you don't get any outcome to do cool things with. You've got the basic level of success as you've got right there. From what you can tell, their group has been split into groups of 3. And they're patrolling around separately. But that's the only advantage you get. You reckon they're in small groups of 3. You could probably take one out without the other one noticing if you're fast enough.
Okay. Is there any differentiation, like if any of them large or spewing foul liquids, or
one of them is like got like this horrible like black ichor rolling down their face. The other 2 look fairly normal. In the other group of 3, they all look fairly normal. I'm not one guy with the weird ichor coming down his mouth. Everyone looks fairly normal.
Okay. So I look over. You're gonna take the sticky one over there, and I'll take that group, like the normal group. I have no idea if I'm capable of taking like 3 of these guys, but I'm just gonna point out that I don't want to get next to the gribbly one if possible.
Sounds like a plan.
Cool.
All right. Remember, you guys are up on a ridge. They're quite far down, so you would have to get closer. What's your plan for approach?
Am I able to climb up, either on top of the building itself, or the stand with all the gas?
If you come down, there's some broken down cars on the way up. You could probably use them as leverage to get on top, but you need to make a kind of cool stealth roll.
Okay, I will do. Yeah, I'm just looking to get some height, and then I'll dive on top of them or something. All
right. So that's your approach. What about you, Haslan? What's going, Haslan?
Haslan is going to go to the bottom floor, walk out the front door, and whistle loudly.
Okay, you're not in the building. Remember that you're outside, so you'd have to sneak around to get to the bottom floor. Unless you start to whistle from where you are now, that also works.
Yeah, that works for me. He's not going to bother stealthing.
Okie doke. It'll take a while for him to catch up to you, so you'll be able to get that range in. So hey, it'll work out. Okay, so first up, let's see what you get for your roll there. To approach quietly and not be seen, I'm going to need a body stealth roll. Difficulty 2.
Is the dice pool limited, or it's 7 the max that can be rolled? Or can it go?
No, you can roll as many as you want.
I'm just going to ask, if I was to, run, flip off some cars, and like scamper up something, does that take my specialization in free running into it? Can that do?
I will give you the specialization of free running for the roll. It's still a stealth roll, but you're using your body. Because you're being quiet about it, but you're moving fast.
Okay, so that is 6 for the body.
No. Make it prowess. Prowess makes more sense, not body, because you're not being physical. You're not just leaping over there. You're parkouring your way up. Prowess, free running speciality, and that. So remember what that does.
Yep. So the speciality just gives you an extra dice, I think, in special.
Yes, and it gives you 1 automatic outcome, so you get 1 success over what you normally get. Very important to remember that.
So that's 4, and then 5 for the fate, and then 6 for the free running.
Yes. Difficulty is 2, right? I said 2. Yeah, 2.
Yeah. The stealth is 2, so it's 5s again.
Mm-hmm. So just roll high.
2 successes, and then 3, I guess, because of the 1 outcome.
Because the 1 outcome. With that 1 outcome, I'll let you choose which group you want to be close to for the jump.
Not the sticky-looking one.
Okie doke.
I want to go after the normal guys. Cool.
The normal guys. All right. So you've landed at the top. You're like in this like Spider-Man pose at the top, this giant guy looking down at these like 6 dudes, and 3 have separate little back, and 3 are there.
So he looks almost in like a predatory fashion, and then like stalks his way up to the top.
Ooh, I like it. Also, I'm really hoping my dice aren't backwards on this window.
I can read them fine.
Okay, good.
It's just on XSplit you're reversed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fine. Oh, thank God. So I was like, if I'd gone through all that trouble and this shit was reversed, somebody was gonna die. Somebody was gonna die. I wish you could make it a bit more pretty. Oh well. Okay, so with that in mind, checks. Haslan, how are you gonna get that potential? You're just gonna whistle and wait for them to come?
Yeah, well, essentially he's going to swagger around or swagger towards that group, whistling as he goes. And as soon as one of their heads whip round, he's going to bring up his gun and pew.
All right. I would say the first roll you make should be your shooting one, just to take one out because it'll be cool looking. And also you haven't rolled dice because it'll be amazing. So with you whistling, walking down, you want to go, eh? And then it turns its head towards you. And as it does, checks.
What am I doing here?
I think shoot in the face.
Have you got the macro ready, Checks, or do you need some help?
Oh, I would appreciate some help.
Okay,
no problem.
Usual 20.
Let's get what you need to roll first down. So first things first, you need the attribute you're using. You're being like conniving and like whatever and like attracting them towards you. So it seems more like you're using your conviction, your strength of will to basically walk up towards these 6 guys if you don't believe anything. So you got 4 dice to start.
Right.
Your fate is 1, so that gives you an extra dice. So click the macro button and it'll say number of dice, and then click and say 5 for your dice to start.
Okay.
Now it'll give you another box. This is for your skill. You have 4 in marksmanship, and that changes the difficulty of the dice you're rolling. So starting from 6, that is 6, 5, 4, 3. So put 3 in because you just need to roll 3 and more to succeed in what you're doing.
Okay.
Woo!
Which is good because like you rolled really terribly. Oh my god. Now I'm not gonna deal with him like doing a defensive action against it because like he doesn't realize you're there. So you succeed with 1 success and you get 3 outcomes because you rolled 3 more than normal. I can't remember how outcome works for damage. Shit.
If you go to page 117, there is outcome in combat, and then there's like a whole bunch of options you can take.
Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of options you can take. In this case, I'm assuming you just want to do extra damage, right?
Yeah, put him down as fast as possible.
Yeah, you don't really care about anything else. You just want to pop him in the head. What guns are you using?
It's a revolver, I believe.
Oh, revolver's a single shot, so you're good. Yeah, you don't need to worry about me keeping track of that. Just keep a amount of how many bullets you use because you need to be able to ready to reload.
Okay.
And with 3 successes, I'm not gonna fucking waste time. He turns his head towards you, and you go boom, and you blow his head off, and his head just goes flying off. The other 5 scream, and you see 2 are looking towards you to charge, and 3 are at the back looking forward, getting ready to go towards you as well. And at this point, I believe we should do initiative.
Okay. So checks the ranged combat options start at 119. There's not that many of them. Just things to consider. You've got fire control, rapid shot, and suppressing fire.
So it's fairly simple stuff to do. I've also got a whole bunch of stuff I got to do as well. So let's get this going. Okay. So initiative is cunning and perception against difficulty 0. Whoever rolls the highest gets +1 die to all actions that turn. And I believe in every turn, we all roll initiative again.
All right. Okay.
Oh, it's going to be weird. That can't be right, surely.
Cunning and perception, including our fate dice?
Including you always include the fate dice when you roll dice. Sure. I think there's very rare instances where you don't. I'm going to say you don't roll initiative every turn because that will just annoy me and kill me, and I can't be bothered to keep track of that. We're not going to do that.
Okay.
Perception plus fate die would mean 8 die.
Pardon me?
And plus fate would mean 8 die.
No, cunning. Oh, is it cunning perception? Yeah, your cunning is 4. Your perception is your skill, and that's 3. So that will be the dice you need for successes. So counting off 6, 6, 5, 4. So for you, 4s and above are successes.
So I've got 5 dice and I need to beat 5.
Mm-hmm. And I've got to roll for the brood spawn as well. So give me 1 minute.
5, 5, 1 success.
That's not bad.
Nope. But I mean, it's what it's likely to be. So pretty much.
Yeah. It depends on how good or how bad you are at that. Hey, like I said, it's our first time with the system. We're all learning. And the brute spawn, I'm gonna roll both groups separately because my life is easier that way. So they get 5. They get 5 dice with 5 successes, and they get 3. And then the other group, the back group, gets 5 dice with 5 successes, and they get 2. Who got the highest? I won 3 and 2. What about you guys?
Chick's got 4 and I got 1.
Yeah. All right, so checks, then all of my guys, then you, Dan. Now they are unaware of the fighting that's happening currently. So even though they're aware of you, checks, they're not aware of you, Dan. So Dan, you automatically get a free round right now.
Okay, cool. So I like wait for that normal pack of 3 or something to round a corner towards the gunshot or something, and then I'm just going to leap down on top of them and.
All right, so leaping down will be a minor action.
Okay.
So that's 1. You get 1 for free, and then everyone you take will give you a minus penalty pool to land. So you leap up and you land on the ground, like in between the 3 of them.
Yeah.
And then what?
Then I start striking.
All right. Now, would you like to hit all 3 of them or just 1?
Can I hit all 3 of them?
Yes. You are not limited to how many people you can hit, but you can only hit each person once.
Okay. Yeah, why not? Why not try to take them all out?
I love it. So you subtract your pool of dice by the number of people you're trying to hit, which is 3. So you have minus 3 dice to your roll.
Okay. Let's try work this out then. So for a combat roll, is it body?
Well, describe what you're doing and I'll tell you.
Okay. So basically I come slamming down between all 3 of them, this huge figure, and as I kind of like slowly raise up, and you can see the height difference between me and all the 3 of them, just before they like leap on me or as they're leaping on me, I just spin like axe out and chain out on the other side and just try clatter them all in a circle.
See, to me, that sounds a lot more like prowess than it does your body, because you're not using your weight to do it. You're just like going. Aah! Is that fair?
I honestly can't remember how these combat rules work, so we can go with that.
All right. Well, that's pretty much it. Your attributes, depending on what you're doing, is how I determine whether you do that. So you're using your prowess and you're using your what's called your melee.
Sure.
So put those 2 dice together. You roll against the highest person automatically, and then that's the difficulty you're trying to beat.
So it's 7, 8, but minus 3 because it's 3 targets, or is it every target past the 1?
No, minus 3 because it's 3 targets.
Okay, so 5.
They are not currently defending. They are going to take the hit because they're surprised.
No, it's the melee skill is what reduces it, isn't it? So it's actually 5. So I only have 2 dice.
Yep.
On a skill of 3. Okay. Is there
just roll 6s?
Okay. 2, and it's a 4 up. And I don't get any, like, I've got quite a lot of reach, but I think that's defensive. And I've got impact that does damage regardless.
Regardless, you always do damage. What you can do, though, is if this connects to your pride or your determination or any of your, or what's called any of your other foundations for your motivation, you can spend your focus to give you an extra die.
Okay. Does the body go into your damage amount? Does it count as isn't that count as impact or something?
Yeah, that's for impact. Don't worry about that for now. I'll let you know what it does.
Okay.
So you can spend focus for more dice if you want.
And how much focus do I have? And
it's on your character sheet. You have current focus of 5.
And when do I get that back? After rests or?
You always get it back if you spend any. You'll get it back minus 1 or how many you spent. If you don't, you can get it back in combat by taking a break or catching a breather or doing something cool or describing something nice. Or Chex can give you some if he thinks what you did was really cool.
Huh. Okay. I'll spend one focus. Why not?
All right.
That means I'll have to just start this macro again.
I should have spent one. You're taking 3 guys out. You should have spent like 3.
I'll spend 2.
Just don't miss.
So that's 3 dice away from there. 3 dice. So it's 4. Yeah, it's 4s, and I have to get 4 dice, and I have to get 4.
I believe in you. Just make it happen.
2 successes because I exploded.
So you definitely hit 100%. That is done. Did I put weapon damage in here? Now, when you're using 2 weapons to fight a whole bunch of people, you take the average of both weapons for the damage, and that's how much damage you deal. And you were using your battle axe and your flail, right?
Yeah.
Your chain. You were going, just going wild with everyone else. So you take the average of both of them, which is currently 1. However, the bonus is every outcome you get counts as 2 damage if you like.
I think the average between the 2 is 3, isn't that the point?
No, it's 5 and 4, isn't it? Oh, it's 2. No. I thought, my bad, yeah. So average damage is 3. So you will deal 3 damage to all of them, minus whatever soaks or damage they can take. And every point of outcome you get, you can spend, because using 2 weapons, to give 2 extra damage.
Okay, so I've succeeded on the 1, is it? And I can give another 2 damage because of my 1 extra success, or did I need?
Yes.
Right. And then the impact comes in after that, or?
No, impact only comes in if you miss.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, I'll add in 2 more damage. So is that 5 damage?
That's 5 damage to all of them. They are not dead, but they are hurting.
Okay.
You see them actually generally like buckle up, and you see them actually look really bad. They look like another hit like that, and you'll probably take them out. Actually, no, wait, hold on. 1, 2. Yeah, it was 5 damage, right? Yeah, another few hits like that, and you'll probably take them out. Okay, with that done, we're now officially in initiative. Haslan.
So the barrel of the gun's still smoking from the last shot. He keeps walking forward.
There's 2 of them approaching you.
Yep. And he'll look at the first one, the one in front, and say, "Hello, beautiful," and then fire.
All right. I didn't shoot 1 or both of them.
I believe I can only shoot 1.
You can shoot them both. You can always attack multiple people with no problem whatsoever, but you can only hit each person once.
It just gets more difficult if you're trying to shoot multiple people.
Yeah, I'm just going to stick to the 1.
That's probably fair. All right, Chex, you are on top of the initiative, so you get 1 extra die. Woohoo!
Oh.
So, go for the roll. It is a base difficulty of 1. You are using, I would say, because you're just going, hello, beautiful, and shoots him in the face because you don't give a dang. I would say that is perfectly fine for your prowess. Or you can use conviction because you're not being afraid. Either one works.
I'll use conviction.
All right. Oh, I love it.
Because I've already put the number in.
Okay. So, what'd you get?
5 successes.
Wow, that's a lot of 6s. Okay, how much damage does your gun do?
Goodbye, beautiful.
How much damage does your gun do? Let's go take a look. Your revolver does 5 damage. So you've done 5 damage to him, which he is wounded now. You can spend, you've got all the spends there on the character sheet for what you want to spend cool things to do with. You've got 4 fucking extra outcome. If you want, I'll let you spend that 4 outcome just to kill him.
Well, I mean, one of the outcomes I was going to use is just the extra damage anyway. So
yeah,
pile it all on that if that's the way you can go.
Just blows. Yeah, so you stroll up, you smile at him, you go, "Hello, beautiful." Bang, goodbye, beautiful, and 1 goes down. Okay, now it's their turn. The last one is the one with the things on its mouth oozing slowly, and he rushes towards you and he leaps up and he attempts to strike at you. What would you like to do? That was to you, Chex.
Yeah, sorry. Just reading something here as well. So I get an action before he gets there, basically.
No, you see, this is how this works. This is how the game gets really complicated. You can give up your next action to take another action against him, either aggressive or defensive, as he's leaping towards you.
I see. Well, I'll take a defensive action then.
Offensive action? All right. In that case, we are rolling against each other. Take your offensive action, and he'll take his offensive action, and whoever wins does damage to the other.
Okay.
You will, however, give up your next turn to do it.
That's fine.
All right. I'm going to roll for him. Once I check his stats and make sure they're correct.
Also, checking my stats to make sure they're correct.
Good times.
Yep.
4, 5. So 5. 5. Wow, that sucks. What did you get?
5 successes.
Well, would you like to blow this one's head up as well?
Yes, please.
Yeah, so he leaps towards you in the air, and then you don't even stride, you just go bang and shoot him. That's 3 shots gone, buddy. Remember that.
Yeah, I'll carry them down.
Nice. All right, so bang, bang, bang. The other 3 fighting you, Dan, all decide to leap up to get you. Now, because you have attacked them while they were unaware, they have a -3 die penalty for this roll.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Because when you attack someone unaware, the next thing they do, they're like trying to recover. So they're a little bit like, whoa. See, I did read the rules, guys. I read the rules. So, would you like to defend against 1, 2, or 3?
Is defending where the reach thing comes in?
Yes. Whenever you do any opposed check, the reach thing comes in. How would you like to defend?
I will try and defend against all of them. Why not?
Okay, so the first one you defend against, everything is normal. After that, things start to get a little bit funky. So let's do the first one first.
Okay, so
how you defend against them?
Like, describe how I'm going to do it?
Yeah, so I know what you're going to do, so you know what else you're doing.
Well, I'm big, so I have +1 reach, and the chain gives me another 2, and I think that puts them at like a -3 penalty. I'm not quite sure how it works. But
no, you don't take a penalty for attacks against people right now because it's 1 by 1. You're not defending against all 3 at once.
No, the reach gives them a -3 penalty or something.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Oh, -3 penalty. What's your reach?
I get +1 for being huge from my trait, and +2 from having the fighting chain. It's a defensive weapon rather than really attack.
Okay, that's very fair. All right, so
the first one comes, and I think I just like whip out the chain and around its arm, and then just yank him like completely off balance.
Nice. So yeah, since you're defending, you don't get damage against him, but you yank him off balance and he's off. Now, you have succeeded in defending against 1. The second one is coming. Are you going to defend against that as well?
Yeah, I haven't rolled to defend from the first.
You don't need to. He had no dice.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, so like you just succeed. You took all his dice away. He's rolling 5 dice. He has -3. You take another -3 off it. He can't do shit. I'm not gonna roll for him for that.
The next guy who comes in, I'm just gonna like move strangely quicker than you would expect to one side, and then he just like clotheslines the guy and knocks him over. Kind of.
Now, Dan, at this point, I'm gonna have to actually ask you to roll.
Okay.
Because you are now desperate. Whenever you defend against someone more than once by giving up your next turn, you go in something called desperate mode.
Okay.
So when you're desperate, you take a -1 success to everything you do, and it accumulates.
Right, in that round, and then resets, or?
And then resets when it comes back to your turn again.
Okay. So what am I rolling to defend against him?
You are rolling. Are you using a chain?
Yes, for the added reach, I guess.
All right. So you're using a melee, and I would say if you're defending, you're using a chain to keep. Are you using the chain to whip him across, or isn't it just because you're not blocking? So I can't really do your body once again. I have to use your prowess. It makes more sense.
Okay. Well, I think the change, like, it gives me that reach that I can continually do unless they break through that reach, because there's something about them getting up. So, like,
as soon as you fail an opposed roll, your reach is gone.
Get in. Right. Okay. Yeah. So the chain is still active. So I whip the first guy round, and then I think, so I like move to the side and go to clothesline him with like the mass of the chain on my arm. I think. So you is it prowess melee?
Yeah.
You say
prowess melee again? Yes.
So plus the fate, but -1. So I'm on.
You get 1 extra dice though because you're being defensive.
Right, okay, so that's 5 dice.
Yep,
5
roll it.
More up. Doop. Doop. 5 successes.
Motherfucker. All right. You -1, so that's 4 successes. So what would you like to do with that 4 successes against him? You've already tripped one of the guys up.
Can I damage him, or can I barrel it onto the next guy? Or
you can barrel it onto the next guy. You can say you can spend 4 of those to give yourself 2 extra die for the next guy. How's that?
Sure, I'll do that because I'm going down another penalty.
Yes, you are. So once again, another -2, another -1. So now you're -2 for him as well. He has no dice, but you might roll a negative.
So I am on. So my prowess and my fate. So that's 5 dice, plus 2 from those 4 I was just given. Okay, so 8. No, 7. And I'm still rolling melee.
Yep.
4 up. 5 successes.
You guys are doing so well. Yeah, he fucking tries it and he doesn't get anywhere near you. His penalties are too high. He can't touch you. So you're surrounded by these guys and you're just chucking them away like they're nothing. However, your turn now reaches and your turn is skipped because you used an action to defend yourself last round.
Okay.
It moves on to the top to Chex, who also used an action to defend himself last round, so he doesn't get an action this time. But he can move, he can still keep walking forward and looking cool. And then it comes down to them again. So the 3 of them next to you get up and then they move away. Like they split up into like 3 bits, like separately. Then they sort of block your path and one bolts. He just starts running away as fast as he can. It's your turn again.
Also, their reach, if they had any, affects our reach, and it works out who has the most reach in the combat. I'm just reading here.
Oh, cool. They had no reach, so it's fine.
Yeah. Okay. So it's Chex's go.
No, it's your go.
Oh, my go.
They've taken their turn. It's your go.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's our first time in the system. We're going to make a lot of mistakes, and it's fine.
2 of them are lingering, and one of them's trying to get away.
Yes. He is bolting away as fast as he can.
I'm going to attempt to hunt, like some sort of feral instinct in me attempts to hunt the guy who's running away, so I'll go after him.
Okay, you're going to have to get past the other 2 in order to do that.
Okay. I can try straight down those 2 and then carry on moving.
It's worth a shot.
Why not?
You get as many you can use mana action to run after them, so yeah, you can give it a shot. And you got good sprint. He's like on all 4s and he's just going for it.
There's 2 things. I get 1.5 movement speed when sprinting because I'm huge. So over a sprint, I will catch up with him. The other thing is...
No, that's not what I said. I didn't say he was slow. He's got a good movement speed as well. Yeah,
but... Okay, unless he has a vastly increased movement speed from what we have, I'm... Like, the huge size is fast.
Yeah, no, you get... Dan, I know you get more movement speed. I got it.
The other thing is that I'm mobile, and as a result, I get a free minor move action every turn, regardless.
Which is awesome. So you can probably use it to disengage from these guys, but they're actively blocking you from leaping after the guy. That's what they spent their turn doing.
Yeah.
They
So
spent it getting in your way.
I will attempt to kill these guys and then move on.
All right.
So I'm going to barrel past them. Basically, I'll just smash into them. Would that give me body?
I'll give you body for that.
Okay, plus the fate is 7.
However, I won't let you use your weapon, so you can use fights instead of melee.
Oh, well, I have no fight, so that'll make things almost impossible, so I best...
No, but you got good body.
Yeah, but it's double the difficulty, and I only succeed on 6s, so it's...
Which is fair.
I was thinking, like, I have an axe and stuff, I could just be swinging through them, or...
I'll give you that for prowess, not for body. I double-checked. Most melee attacks are using prowess, not body.
Okay.
But if you're going to just barrel through and be like, yeah, you can use fucking fight body for that. You're just going to fucking knock these guys out of the way and keep running. If you attack, you have to go, and that might slow you down.
I'll attack with prowess then.
Do it. I believe in
5.
I sure don't want to go for body, because if you do it, you'll get past them.
I think I'm very unlikely to succeed.
Look at the fight. Look at the dice you're rolling. You'll be fine.
So if I have, like, I have to get 2 successes on 6s from 7 dice.
That's a good point. You're probably not going to make it.
Yeah. I'm sure body had some part in the combat, like for doing damage or something.
Yeah, for your impact, for when you miss, but you haven't missed.
Okay. Prowess, so 4, 5.
Who are you attacking?
Both of them.
All right. They're both going to choose to defend.
Okay. Can I choose just to use the battle axe for pure damage, so it's not split between the 2 weapons?
Yes, you can do that. However, you won't get your reach bonus.
Even when it comes to me defending, I can't then pull reach.
Oh, no, because you get your reach bonus no matter what, because they're still attacking you, remember?
Okay. Yeah,
So
the reach
if
bonus.
you split them, you won't get your reach bonus.
Okay. Do I get 1 natural reach bonus from being
You
big?
get 1 natural one for being big, though. That's
okay,
free.
Cool. Right. I will axe attack them. Prowess plus fate, but it's -2 because I'm attacking 2 people.
Yep.
I'm going to use another focus. Why not?
Nice. And you only have to try and beat the highest one, and that counts for all of them. They're all going to roll against you, and they all have to try and beat you. But your outcome is only determined by one of them. But they're both the same, so fuck it. Whoever was the highest.
4 on.
And all right. Seems very simple.
3 successes.
Okay, so you beat them by 2. So you get 2 outcome. So do you want to do pure damage on both of them?
Yep. The axe does 5 damage by itself because it's Mastercraft.
5.
And then is that 2 damage extra to one and 2 damage extra to the other, so it's 7 damage each.
You don't double your damage, but what's called? Oh, yes, you do. So it's 7 damage each. That will take one of the both of them down. They both crumple under your blade.
Yeah, he's just like weak as he like carves them down, and then
also please gain 1 temporary spite, please, as you say weak.
Okay, is that in the hollow nature or the sword? Yeah, in the cool. And then I use all the mobile movement goodness I have and sprinting. Sprint after.
All right, so you might not start sprinting after him. So now we're gonna do a chasing where you roll opposed each other.
Okay.
Deal with that in a minute. Checks.
Yes.
All the monsters are dead. You did it. And your partner, the Bastion, is just chasing after one of them madly.
Is he still within range of the gun?
No, your gun is a revolver. He is definitely not in range of that. You were moving towards him. He started running away towards the city.
No way to make up that ground to bring me within range at all, no.
No, you can't. That's definitely out of the cards.
I'll leave Bastion to it then.
All right.
Yeah, I'll just go back. I'll kick some of the dead brood just to make sure they are actually dead and start walking towards the gas station.
I love it. All right. As you walk towards the gas station, let's deal with what the two of you are doing, because you're both going to start running as fast as you can. He has a very good sprint, but you both kind of have almost the same kind of... Because yours 1.5 extra, right, Dan?
Yeah, so I get 50% extra movement.
All right, so the speed he's going, according to the sheet, is... that's a bit odd and high. I'll tell you what, let's be fair. Let's both roll against each other. And whoever wins will get it. Deal?
Sure. I'm cool with that.
I will give you 1 extra die to the pool for having the mobile trait, and for sprint, and for being large.
So is it a body roll?
Yep.
And athletics, I presume.
Yep.
So that is 7, 8 versus for the athletics of 2, so 5 up. Oh my god!
Wow.
That's a lot of ones. That is a lot of ones.
Because your sprint is so good, you actually catch up to him.
Okay. I mean, I'm happy to do a best of 3 if you want.
No. You catch up to him. You catch up to him. There's no problem whatsoever. That's not what he's spending his outcome on.
Okay. What I'm aiming to do is get within range of maybe like whipping him with the chain, because I presume it.
You're there. You're
Cool.
there.
Can I just slaughter him?
Yes. Describe it the best way you can, and I'll tell you what happens at the end of it.
Okay. So what I imagine, I don't know. Even if he's been given the chance to by this guy slowing down for some reason, he doesn't see it in his fury. He's just running, and the huge shoulders come back, and the chain goes forward and like whips around like one or both of the legs and just drags him towards him. And then like the huge fist goes into him, or the axe like plows into him, and he almost just rips the zombie apart.
All right. As you plow the axe into him, you basically start like cutting him in half. He looks up towards you, and his mouth is open wide, and you hear this coming out from his mouth. At the same time, you feel this sonic wave just smack you in the head. You feel this like odd like zoom, like this like almost like a boom just hit as he whispers out the words, and he goes, "Mother sends her regards," within the words that come to your head, and this sonic boom just sort of like whacks you. It like almost disorients you in the most horrible way, and you feel your head spinning as the song of the brood start to come within your head. Could you please make me a conviction and resolve check, please?
Okay. Can I just ask, who was it? Who sends her regards?
Mother sends her regards.
Okay.
That's the word that spices out. It's not really words, but it's something. You feel like somebody they've left something kind of like clue, and that's what you piece together in your head. And if you could please make a cunning resolve check for me, difficulty 3, please.
Cunning resolve. So 5, difficulty 3. Okay. Use more focus.
Yeah.
Why not? That's 5, 6 dice, and my cunning makes and resolve makes that 5. So 6 dice, 5 up.
You also get 1 extra automatic success for being chosen.
Yay! Oh, because I can resist the song.
Yeah.
Nice. 6 and 5 and 3 successes exactly, with the added success from
exactly 3. Lucky bastard. It hits you, and you feel what could amount to blood, but not really, because like your nemissaries, you know what the hell you're in, flow down your nose a little, but you beep your head and you're fine. It was an odd sound, and it hit you kind of hard, but you feel okay.
Yeah, I kind of shake my head. And have I had that experience before? Or do I know what mother is, or will I just be confused?
Nope, you are a chosen. You have no idea.
He kind of just like glares at the remnants of this thing that he's hacked up, and then he kind of just kicks it over.
I love it.
I'm my own man, and they all like prowl back.
All right, we're gonna cut to the gas station. Haslan, the doors to the gas station await you as you slowly walk towards it. There's a dust bowl blowing slightly in front of you, giving your cape and duster your duster and hat is like billowing wind. But other than that, you feel great and everything looks fantastic. What would you like to do?
I mean, he's going to test the doors, but he's going to assume that they will be locked.
They are locked, yes.
What kind of doors are they? Can you shoot the handle off kind of thing and just kick the door open?
You can just kick the door open. I'm not going to make you roll for that.
That's what he'll do. And he'll wait 5 seconds before moving in, just in case.
All right. The bottom floor, as you already know, is not populated because there's no one else here. Everything seems to be fine. You hear a yelp of fear when you kick the door open from upstairs. There is a pack of rotten Twinkies in the corner. And an advertisement, something called Slush Puppies, but you have no idea what the fuck that is.
He's going to whistle as he makes his way up the stairs, and gets to the door, and then he'll stop whistling. We heard you on the radio.
You hear nothing so far.
It's safe now.
Still nothing currently?
Hearing nothing, he's going to walk in the room.
All right. If you would like to make me, in your convincing kind of way, make me a... I seem more reasonable, actually. Make me a reason... I need conversation skills. What would it be? What would it be? What would it be? Make me a reason authority roll.
Reason authority.
Yeah.
Character's reason is to decrease for the purposes of generating dice pools. Blah, 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 blah. So essentially, I've got one less reason than in my pool. Okay.
How come? What's going on?
I've got the decreased reason trait.
Oh, you do, don't you? Ah, okay, fair dues. Yeah, you're not very reasonable.
No. But still get 4 successes.
All right. As you walk in the room, you hear a gun click. You got 4 successes, which is way more than you need. And you hear don't come in closer. Are you friend or foe?
I'm friend. As I say, you're safe. If you thought I was foe, surely you would have shot by now, and he'll take another step in and raise his hands. He'll even do the turn.
He goes, well, maybe I like your whistling voice.
You should hear my singing voice.
Isn't it any better?
Not really.
You hear a soft giggle on the side. You got 4 successes. Yeah, she's down for it. And you hear it. All right, I'm coming out. You see this young lady, maybe, well, not that young to be honest, about maybe 33, 34. Probably played by Emily Blunt. Making her way up. She's got her hair is matted black from sweat and dust. Her clothes are messed up, but they're more packed for warmth than anything else. And she's holding what looks like a good large rifle, like M16. No, M16? Like an SMG. She's got an SMG in her hand. That makes more sense. And she comes out. She goes, "We're the ones that took care of the guys outside. I heard gunshots."
Yes, myself and my companion.
Where is he?
He is. He'll walk towards the nearest window and look out just to kind of see Bastion probably still pummeling this brood spawn.
Yeah, the brood spawn still. You're still going for it.
He relishes in his the dirty work.
Nice. She goes over and looks at him and goes, "Wow, you guys weren't kidding. You're pretty good of a shot. I mean, you took those things out with no... Wait, is he still killing that?
You have to be sure. Well, safe than sorry.
What are you guys?
I told you. Friends.
She doesn't question it, and she goes, "Well, if you're friends, I need a ride."
No? Where you headed, miss?
Headed down to Hope County. I've got a delivery to make. It is now that I shall remind you guys of what you were doing here. The reason why you trekked all this way down is because there's a local like outpost called Hope County, which is run by this group of humans who finally got together and hire out mercenaries to do a few missions. Naturally, they need things like gas and power and stuff to keep going. So they'd heard about this gas station specifically and had found out that there's still gas possibly here. So they'd sent about maybe like 5 people with a big car to try and find out what's going on and drive in and sort it out. They hadn't heard back from them for about maybe a week, which was way more. It was supposed to be a one-day thing. So they sent, when you two came into town, they paid you money, or they bartered with you to give you more guns, bullets, increase your weapons, make you look cool, give you motivations to go find out what's going on. It is at this point, Dan, that Bastion arrives back at the convenience store.
So I imagine he's covered in whatever these creatures have for blood or something.
Yeah, but you're like a bone fucking mage. You just like fucking just like move your bones around and shake it off.
And flesh. So I imagine like
it's
even like kind of absorbing into him or something.
Maybe do you really want that? Is that no, dude? You are flesh and bone, not blood. Very important.
Oh, fine. He's covered in the blood then, and he comes up and there's like a long pause, and he goes, "They're dead."
She's like, "Yeah, I can see that. Nice work."
Yeah. You're the one we were after. The only one left?
She goes, "Well, kinda, but I need your help. It wasn't. We were on our way in. We loaded the thing up. We were able to get a last of the gas, but on our way back, we were waylaid. We were waylaid by enemies and had to defend ourselves."
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's Etta's group. They camp not too far from here. I guess they decided that this gas station is part of their territory. I managed to get away, and I thought I'd come back here, pick up a few supplies, and head back home, and then I got rushed by the brood spawn. Look, I'm not asking for your help, all right? But I've got to go back and get my men.
I kind of looked at Haslan and looked at her. We're already here.
Yeah, but no offense, you guys are strangers. I mean, a good whistling voice aside, I don't know you from Adam, and the world ain't what it used to be. You can't just trust the kindness of strangers whenever you meet them.
Okay, well, this is Bastion. I'm Haslan. And your name?
Cindi.
We're no longer strangers.
She looks at you and she smiles slightly because you were fucking for outcome. And she's like, "All right, fine. If you all want to get yourselves killed, why not? There's not that many of them, maybe like 16 guys. My plan was just to find a way to get in, sneak in, and get out. Maybe grab one of the cars on the way out."
So, when we do this, your town's going to be pretty grateful, eh?
They're pretty certain they are.
Okay.
They better be.
I'm just going to ask, these 16 or so, any of them related to people from your town? Or are they all bad to the bone?
As far as we're concerned, if you don't belong to Hope County, you ain't a real person. There's kill or be killed out there.
That's an interesting distinction. You wouldn't be willing to accept any of those to grow your clan?
Depends if they come back and forgive and pay penance for all the people of our people they've killed.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure saying sorry will get over people's like uncles and fathers and dads and moms and brothers and sisters dying.
Okay, bad to the bone it is. And like the way he says bone, like she doesn't know what's coming. And like
she doesn't know what's coming. She doesn't know. All right, we're gonna take this moment to have a quick recap. Not recap. Oh shit! I put on check some other thing. We're gonna take this moment to have a quick check. Everyone else, guys, how are you feeling so far with the system? We're gonna be going for about an hour, but how's it so far?
I mean, we seem to be pretty successful. I thought when most of our success attempts are like on 5s or something, and we're rolling about 5 dice. I didn't think we'd be getting 4 or 5 successes quite as often as we have.
Well, I checked again now because I was doing the numbers in my head. I was like, wow, actually, success is not that hard. And I realized something quite important, that the game is not about you failing. It's about cool things happening. So they haven't really given it either the tails of the loop, you think you're going to succeed, but F you, or the sins where it's like, most likely you have a good chance. Plus, you haven't gone up against anything that's really bad yet.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I'm pretty fine with that, though. I mean, it feels pretty cool fighting 3 things at once and still, like...
toning them. Like I said, this game is supposed to be anime as fuck. That's why I was like, I'm going to let you guys have this. Fuck it. You get in there, blow some people's fucking checks. It's like, bam, 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 reload, whatever. Bam, let's go. Well, so you're just like, so that's the whole point of the game. It's supposed to feel like that. All right. Now that we're caught up with that, shall we go on to the next scene?
I'm curious. You know how you give up your action to defend? Does that mean seems like most combats might devolve into like one side wailing on the other while they keep giving their actions up to defend unless you take the damage and then hit them back? Is that...
Yeah, but remember, every time you give an action to defend, you can also attack at that same time.
Okay. Fair enough.
So you're not like completely stuck blocking. You can if your block is really good and you're fighting 5 people. If you're like, okay, I'm gonna block those 3, but that last guy, I'll have him.
Okay.
But it's all about how many people you fight and how many things you go about. Because there's opposed actions, defending all the time doesn't matter that much. Your initiative is very good if you get a good one to go first, because at least you get the idea of it. But it's meant to push you. It's meant to push you in the whole like defending, instead of defending, but also attacking at the same time. So all opposed roles do something, and they don't just sit there with nothing to go.
Okay, good to think about.
No props. Also, Dan, check out page 86. It has all the things you need to know about regaining focus.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Oh yeah, I was going to ask a question about that. Can you give focus at any time, or is it only?
No. There's a rule whereby whenever you describe cool things, we give focus. I don't like doing that because I don't think I should dictate that. So I go, players, if someone describes something you think was awesome, give them a focus.
Okay.
It makes my life a lot easier because I have way too many rules to keep in my head. Fuck that.
That's fair.
So focus is refreshed at the beginning of a story, which I think is like a session. At the start of a story, the character removes all the focus. Invoking motivations. When a player invokes a motivation, they gain passion for focus.
Keep reading down to combat. Look at the combat bit.
Right. And there's rest, so you sleep.
Skip.
Okay.
You're almost there. In the highly charged life and death round combat, focus can be spent to regain much quicker than knockdown gunplay. All but 1 focus spent in combat is regained at the end of the scene.
Oh, all but 1. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So you go right back up to 4. That's why in combat you just blow your focus and beat the shit out of people.
Cool. But you can't. The combat is over, so you can't take a breath and gain that last one up. So you're always. That's an interesting way of just like giving you extra stuff and then it coming back, so you can do cool things and it comes back. But every time there's just that slight penalty, like so it means something to having done it.
Yep.
Interesting.
But what you do, right, when you spend upon a focus, you make the scene dramatic. But if you relate it to your motivation, you make it heroic, and then a focus counts as 2 dice.
Okay.
There's something else about invoking motivations, but I can never get that right. It's really annoying. I'll have to remember to read that bit later. Meanwhile, we'll get back to that bit when we're ready. Let's get moving. Oh, yeah, it's right there. Hold on, I can see it. Yeah, you can invoke a motivation once per chapter. And it infuels. So whenever you do the what's called the invoking motivation to make 2 focus come out, that counts as invoking it. And when you do that, that's what that does.
Okay.
And then if it's good, if I think it's really good, you get your focus back equal to your passion.
Cool. And you gain your convictions worth of focus when you rest is important. Yes. Cool.
All right, we're getting there. Okay, so we're going to cut to the next scene. She doesn't take long to lead you down, and you find that inside the shop, there is a basement level. And in the basement level, there is what looks like 2 bikes parked down there. She offers what's called one of them to you while she gets on the other. And you know what? What the hell? She goes, "Yo, Haslan, you can ride with me if you like."
You best take it. I don't think you're fitting on this bike with me.
They're like, boom.
That's fair, but I'm driving.
Ooh.
She's like, "All right, if you think you can handle it." And then she puts you in front, and then she's like, "I'm gonna put my hands around you. Don't get any ideas." And she like sort of holds you in the back.
You're the one hugging me.
Don't push it. She still smirks a little bit though, because you got for she thinks you're cool. All right, so you guys ride. I'm not gonna make you make driving tests, even though I am tempted. I'll save that for emergencies later. It doesn't take you long. It takes about maybe like 2 hours or so before you arrive where she says the outpost is. Standing there in what looks like an old abandoned playground is this. I would like to describe it as a temporary fortress. People have stuck what looks like telephone poles and like lamps and stuff in a circle around this area, creating like a really crude looking barrier. And they've like stuck bodies on top of it. Some of them quite fresh, in a circle around it. There's what looks like just an entryway going through, and that is what you see. It's also slightly raised up a hill, because why not? Let's make it life difficult.
So how high are the walls? Like 15 feet or something?
About 15 feet, yeah. Why not? Let's go with that.
Or more. Okay. Are you willing to have us use a little bit of magic? Because I think I can get over this really.
Do it if you want. Like, we have to learn the magic rules at some point. I can't hide it forever.
You can't hide it forever. Okay, so I think it's a 2nd level flesh spell. Yeah. So the emissary can use the area to refine self, to give themselves enhancements, massive alterations, grand sweeping change, such as growing wings, talons.
Okay. Before you continue, what is your plan? Because you haven't actually scouted this place out. Okay. You've just seen the walls.
I mean, we can scout around, but I was thinking of just growing some wings and flying over and then just dropping Haslan, on a wall or something somewhere and attacking them from an area they didn't expect.
I mean, there's only 16 of them. You can handle that, right, guys?
I'm willing to try.
Pretty confident.
Fairly confident. I can do this.
The thing is that I get like enhancements ×3 or something, so I can get pretty built up using this, I hope.
Okay.
I mean, we can scout out. I don't know what time of day it is. If it's sort of nighttime and we see lights on the walls.
You can have it be any time of day you want. You got there. It's taking 2 hours. You can wait till it's night. You can wait till it's day. You can go in now. It's up to you. But you can't see anything past the walls currently where you are.
What are your thoughts, Haslan? We could talk our way in. We could kill our way in. That's pretty much all the options I've got right now.
Looking at this place, I don't think these people are much for talking.
Yeah, I thought so. The other thing, are there like, bodies of the dead around both humans, brood?
Yes.
So I got 2 things I can maybe do. I can work a little bit with my magic, and we could get over the walls. I could fly you over, or we take a couple of those corpses. You give me a little time, and I could build something out of them to get us over. And I could basically build a ladder made of bone.
She's like, I'm terribly sorry. What are you guys talking about? Are you nemissaries?
So I was basically talking like she wasn't even there almost.
Yeah, you were just like, oh yes, I'm gonna build some dead bodies. And she's like, hold the fuck up. What?
You said you didn't care for these people.
Yes, but I didn't mean like, I don't know, build a dead body? Can you not necessarily do this in a less terrible way?
They're already dead. And these brood.
I don't understand the question.
Yeah. I think, we're coming from a very different place, maybe. These brood aren't even human anymore.
All right, that's fine. But there are about 16 people in there, at least as far as I know. I mean, if you're confident in just rocking in there and taking them all out, you go for it.
I was thinking we see who's on patrol maybe. It looks a pretty big place. Like there might be a few buildings people are holed up in. So we wouldn't face all 16 at once. And if you do something with enough conviction, people often, with any sense, might give up.
Hey, you know what? You're the superheroes.
You just remember that when we ride into town.
I'll keep it in mind. And she looks at Haslan like, I don't like him.
The thing is, he's very charismatic looking. Like, I don't know. For some reason, I just thought of like Gaston. Like, he's a bit of a dick, but also like he just pulls it off for some reason.
It works.
It works somehow. Is there anything you're thinking of, Haslan? I don't know what kind of powers you have.
Nothing that's really. He's not going to build a ladder or a bone or anything.
You have got like blood pocket. You could just like let
ladder of bone.
No, but if you're willing to play the kind of attrition, I could possibly give them some kind of plague. But other than that,
you know what? That sounds pretty cool if you're keen on it. It sounds. I asked, and it looks like these people are irredeemable. I was going to do something fancy, maybe scare them into coming back with us. More people equals more strength, but
still do it.
Killing them sounds cool too.
I could do it, but murder though.
Murder though.
Like, get me.
Should we scout it out a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, if we've kind of reached this, as I say, I don't know what time of day it is, so but if we kind of hold off until night falls, scout out to see the comings and goings, and I presume they have some kind of a light in here at night, whether it's fires or something, to kind of, I don't know, what kind of, is this a warm area, cold environment?
Yeah, it's kind of warm-ish, but not that warm. It's warm enough that you need a fire. Because all post-apocalyptic areas need fires, because that's how it works.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about people on watch kind of keeping themselves warm during the night, so they'd be able to basically be a beacon as to where the watch might be pitched up.
I think it's a good plan. Do you want to make a roll to see what you can find out? If you want to wait till nightfall?
Might as well.
All right. In that case, I would say you are waiting till nightfall. You're taking your time. You're looking about. You're keeping an eye out. This seems a lot more like reason than it does cunning. So make me a reason, and it's scouting mission. Reason perception.
Reason perception.
Now, because you're taking your sweet time to do this, I'm going to say I'll give you an extra 2 die to roll, but the difficulty will be 3. You need 3 successes.
Okay.
And we'll get the girl to hide back with the bikes or something, some distance away.
She's the reason. She's giving me that extra 2 bonus dice.
Oh, right. Okay, cool. Fair enough.
Okay, so that's 3 successes on the nose.
Woo! Okay. By nighttime, you reckon that because you didn't get any outcome, so it's basic success. By nighttime, you reckon that there are maybe about 24 people here from just looking at the people coming in and out. They're mostly going in and out for raids. Evening time, the sun setting is when they mostly start to come back. So it would have been about maybe 12 people there in between times, like the least amount of people. But as the evening has gone on, they've increased to 24. They've brought in, they come in like small looking like Mad Max style cars. They come driving in. They've got like they're fairly well equipped. Some of them are just like wearing like a leather harness and like have like punk hair because it's post-apocalyptic, and who wouldn't get punk hair in the post-apocalyptic universe? And some of them are looking very serious and really well armored. You reckon there are 3 entrances, not 1. There is one in front of you that you can clearly see. There is one going around the side that seems like a smaller entrance and probably less guarded. There's a third one, you reckon, from the noise of people going in, but you have no idea where that is because you got no outcome from there. There are also quite a few people on guard. As the evening goes on, fires are going up, and you notice that there are about maybe 6 people on guard above, like on like mini raised platforms along the walls. They're keeping an eye on each other, and they sort of wave to each other every now and then. With no outcome, that is all you get, which I think is plenty, personally.
Yeah. What kind of side does the cars look like they're mostly going into? The kind of main gate? Or...
the cars are mostly going into the main gate.
Right.
You can also hear that a party is going on. Looks like they're celebrating something at this point. That I'll give you for free, because I'm a 90s guy. What would you like to do?
What are your thoughts? Few people on watch, most of them distracted.
Yeah, I mean, we could get the ladder up there, take a few out, wave back when need be, and work our way along, picking them off. My initial thoughts were take one of these bikes, start shooting at the front, and have you sneak in at the back.
Can do. I mean, it looks like they have quite a few vehicles in there. They're quite nice bikes, but I mean, if you can get one of them up to a wall or the gate and then shoot the bike, cause an explosion, maybe take out some people, cause a distraction. I can move in the other entrance. I was also considering, I might, get the wings, maybe get some other fearsome things going on, and he kind of like looks around for where the girl is, and then maybe just lowers his voice slightly. Maybe kill the leader really gruesome, like, and then just say something along the lines of bow, and you bow to me now, and you will not fall.
That is a good idea. You should definitely do that.
Yeah.
Comes a voice inside your head.
Yeah. These guys seem pretty successful.
You're definitely hell bent on this keeping some of these folks alive.
I just know the value of a good follower or two. Can't change the world alone.
Well, let's try it. Let's. I'll set a few fires. You come swooping in rather. Do your thing.
I have no idea. I think some of my powers are going to support this, but I'm just like quickly trying to. I'm pretty sure I can grab wings, and then I think if I read this rightly, I can get 2 other enhancements as well, and then I might be able to maintain like.
How much anima do you need to spend for that?
So Refined Self says so it's a sustain action of 1 minute, and it cost is 1 anima per roll, and I'm not sure what I'm rolling.
So what you do, right? I can't remember how this works. So with anima, how much
like
anima
conviction and keening.
I gotta look this up quickly. Give me 1 second.
So it's use on self. I think I used the pooled conviction / keening or conviction medicine. And it says the threshold is desired number of enhancements times 3. So I think I can get 3 enhancements. And that's the
the desired number of enhancements. So you can get 3 enhancements, but the difficulty is going to be 3 times 3.
3 times that.
Yeah.
For a success.
Yes.
And it costs 1 anima per roll. Is that per attempt? Or...
So when you're rolling anima, I've got to look this up. I'm really sorry, everyone.
I'm happy for you to.
First time. 153. 153. That's how this works. I'm sure. Oh, this just tells us how many anima pools you spend. Spending anima. All right. So. Oh, that doesn't help me at all. Crap. That doesn't help me at all. Okay, hold up. It's gonna be on the songs. It's gonna be the songs any second now. Let me go look it up quickly. Wait for it. I'm just looking this up. It's how to actually cast spells. And I always forget how this works. It's something about casting and then remembering what you cast, and then some weird shit happens at 222 or 177. So let's try 177. Why does this thing not?
I also don't know how long like these things last. They're just permanent.
I don't think they're permanent. I'm pretty sure they go away after a while. They're sustained, right? So you have to maintain them, I think, something like that.
Right.
We earn area to up to the creep +1.
So the threshold is the times number of successes.
Keywords. Where is the stupid how to spend magic? I have completely forgotten how to do this. Ladies and gentlemen, for you listening out there, please hold on. Trust us. Us looking this up is more important to all of our sanity than anything else. Because Dan wants to have goddamn wings.
If you want me to fight 24 people, I think I need some of the benefits.
Hey, you want to fight 24 people? I just said they were there.
We could just go join the party, crash the party, and drink all the booze.
That would mean I don't have to look up magic rules.
Well, the other thing I can do is like shape my body into an even more charismatic form, and then get actual boosts to ability scores.
Dan, you're killing me. Okay. I can't find how this works, which is annoying. Do you have the name? The name of the spell? So I can look
Refined Self.
Do you know what page it's on?
Give me 1 second. Refined Self, page 250.
Thanks.
I mean, all of these spells cost anima.
All right, so
along the line.
Refined Self, 1 anima per roll. Okay, so you spend 1 anima of your choice per roll, and you roll for each enhancement.
Or is it the total number of enhancements I want, and then I roll ×3 from that? So, like, say I wanted 2 enhancements, it would be 6 is the threshold. But does that mean I need to get 6 successes? That seems crazy.
I think it might do, dude. I think you spend one anima, and then you can use that one anima. So you might only want to. Of course, listen. How much anima do you have?
There's 4 neutral anima, and then like 5 of the other 2 types.
So every anima you can spend one anima per enhancement because threshold is only 3, or you can spend one anima for 2 enhancement and threshold is 6. See what I mean? It's up to you to choose.
But I can't get 6 successes from a conviction.
So you
keening.
spend one anima per enhancement because you can't do it. Not that good.
But I don't see our stats getting that high that like you could get 6 successes that
Yes,
easily.
They can. You can get stats up as like 8 or 9 easily. And remember, this is keening. If you drop your skill down to 2 and you have focus, dude, you guys were hitting 5 successes like it was nothing earlier. Do you remember that?
Yeah, but when it really counts, we're going to screw the pooch.
Well, I can't fucking help that. Now, it's threshold. So threshold, what threshold means is you only need to make how many successes you get calculated up. You see what I mean? So there we go. That makes sense. It's a threshold difficulty. So with thresholds, you have your difficulty number set. Then during that time frame, you roll. And then any you get above the difficulty 1 goes into the threshold until you complete it.
So I keep rolling anima until I complete that threshold goal?
Yes.
Huh.
So currently difficulty is 0. So for every 1 you get, will go into threshold. However, each one will take 1 minute. So you have to spend a minute just sitting there doing that and getting it back. However, you can increase
for hours.
Yeah. Wait for hours, we got time. You can increase the difficulty to 2 to make it only make it last 1 round. So if you're in a hurry and you're like, I need to get this now, just pop your wings out.
I mean, we've got time to plan. That's what we're in here for. The other one I was going to try and do is enhance the coil, which is just slightly, which is part of the, and I have Quicksilver Flesh, which is the enhancement of enhance the coil. So
sure, cast all the magic. Let's go. Let's do it.
So additionally, the emissary changes the cost reduction to anima provided by enhance the coil to 2 points instead of 1. There's a lot going on here.
Yes.
When spending anima to boost body or prowess, the total cost of anima used in this way over 1 round is reduced by 1 to a minimum of 1 anima in total. Additionally, the maximum to which these traits may be raised is 1 greater.
Yes, Dan. Those are all the things you can do. What would you like to do?
I mean, I want to try and like fly in there and just be as fucking scary as possible, and then I was going to use the enhance the coil to improve my terrifying charisma unnaturally and convince some people or something. But,
okay. But hold up a second. These are permanent effects. You know that, right?
Well, that's what I asked you, if they're permanent.
Yeah. Enhance the call is permanent, whilst refined self is sustained. So that you have to maintain the entire time. And you can only maintain it for a minute.
I can only maintain it for a minute? Okay.
Yeah. That's what it says with a 1 minute sustained action, whereas enhance the call is permanent.
Yeah, but...
Although I think enhance the call just automatically happens. There's no roll for it.
But by increasing the difficulty...
Yeah. It's just happened to you. You've got the skill. When spending anima to boost body or prowess.
No, but the sustained action for 1 minute thing, that's like from what I can see for refined self, that's the casting time, because then the kicker is you can put 2 more difficulty in to make it only require a round to activate.
No, Dan, I'm double checking it now. That's sustained action, how long it lasts for.
Right, so how long does it take to cast then?
It will take, let me check.
Because it has to be more than one action.
Right. That's more than one action, so I suppose you're right. I guess maybe it is a minute per a minute. Okay, that makes sense. So you can sustain it for as long as you can, as long as you spend actions with it, and it will last longer than a minute. as long as you sustain it.
Confusing stuff.
I know, sorry, I'm really confused as well.
And then
let's just not do enhance the call, Dan. Is that okay?
Okay.
Good.
I could do with all the benefits.
Dan, do the thing. Chex hasn't rolled dice in like 2 hours.
Okay. Chex, roll something. Do something then. You've had 2 hours to prepare, apparently.
I love you guys, but like I have no idea how enhance the coil works. I can't understand it. So I would like us to not
using your anima to boost stats.
Yes. But it's a permanent effect, it says. And we're both clearly looking at this being completely confused.
Okay, so let's relook at the plan and come up with a...
I could definitely fly.
That's down. You can definitely fly.
I mean, these people have what we want and what we're here to come for. And it doesn't seem... We both agree it doesn't seem like they're going to be going to talk our way through this. If you walk up to that front gate, I imagine they're just going to get angry and shoot at you. So
we know that there's 3 gates. So let's block one off. Let's take one of these motorcycles, ride up to the gate and blow it up.
Okay.
Hopefully setting everything on fire and barring that way. You take one side and I'll run round to the other.
Okay. Do you want to blow the main? Because that might be the one that we're likely to go for. Okay.
Yeah, the one that the vehicles are more likely to come through.
Okay.
And then have Cindi. She's got an M16. She can do some covering fire from way back where it's safe.
Sure.
Also, I figured out enhance the coil, Dan.
Okay.
It's a skill everyone can use, but use it better. So in a scene, you can pay any amount of anima equal to your ability of either prowess or body to increase that stat by 2.
Right. So I pay 2 points of anima to increase it by 2, or do I have to pay the rank of the thing that I'm increasing?
The rank of the skill you're using.
So almost all the anima in one go, just to...
Yeah, just to increase it by 2. So it's up to you whether you want to use it or not. It's
I also
have your lower stats, so you go...
I also have the Quicksilver Flesh that improves it, so I can raise Passion and Conviction, and the cost reduction to anima provided by Enhance the Coil is 2 points instead of 1.
So you can lift up your skills by 2 by spending the amount of ability stat you already have. But for you, it's reduced by 2 because you have Quicksilver Flesh and Enhance the Coil.
Okay, right. We'll see when it comes to it.
There we go. That's much better. See, told you. Give me a minute. Let me read the thing. It makes more sense. Keep going.
Right. So on the first gate, we cover one gate each. Get some covering fire from the back. Can do that.
That probably goes to plan. If I pay anima now to get these wings, do I have to keep paying it to sustain it, or is it?
No, you spend one of your minor actions to sustain it. It means that you get a -1 to all rolls while you keep it going.
Okay, right. Okay.
What would you guys like to do?
So are we going to try and get this bike ridden up? Do you think we could put something on the throttle or whatever and just have it speed into the gate?
Oh no! I've got to do something cooler than that.
Okay.
I'm gonna gun it up to the gate, and know that way he slide to the side. He's going to do that and then let the bike come out from under him and skid towards the gate. And he's got those explosive rounds.
You're going to shoot that to blow up the gate?
I'm going to shoot that to blow up the gate.
That is the most dumbest crazy... That was the dumbest fucking coolest shit. I love it. Okay, so the plan is you're going to come in, you're going to slide, you're going to move it towards the gate, you're going to get off it, shoot it, blow up the gate, dust yourself off. Hell, if you want, you can leap off the bike and while you're in the air, shoot it while it goes off. That way you don't have to slide on the table on the floor if you like. Fucking hell, that's the way you want to do it.
No. Let's slide on the floor so I can do that little thing where while I'm shooting, I'm reaching back to grab my hat out midair and put it back on before I hit.
I'll give you that. All right, so that's the plan you're going with. Anything else you guys want to do before you go in?
No.
No?
I'm okay.
Dan, are you really okay, Dan? Are you sure? I feel like you're not okay, Dan. Wings.
Oh god, I'll get ready on the gate. People running through or whatever, or moving away from it, and then I'll try to climb up.
Are you sure you can still get the wings, dude, if you want?
No, it's complicated, and then it costs, and then it's a detriment unless I just put them away again. So it might be easier for me to climb up.
Fair dues. All right,
maybe I could just do the bone ladder. Because that won't cost me anything.
Done! Ladder created.
Just need a few corpses, it's fine.
You know what's really funny is that if you just enhance like your body, you spend like 4 anima to enhance your body and just leap over. That's about the same equivalent of you doing like refine self and hoping you rolling 3 threshold not to beat it while spending some time.
But the thing is, my body's 6, so I don't have enough anima in the world basically to.
Well, it'll cost you 4 anima to do it, and it'll put it to 7, 8 for a scene, which isn't bad, but I mean, like, it's not going to help you much. Anyway, either way, let's go for the scene. So it's nighttime. There's 2 guards by the gate because fuck it, why not? The motorcycle revs up. Oh, before I go, Cindi goes, "Are you guys sure you know what you're doing?"
I give her like the okay symbol, please. Just like, yep, it's fine.
Okay, I'll be here. I'll come with you when it starts up. And she like readies the SMG. So we cut outside. Describe how you get in there, Chex. Let's see how Haslan does it.
Yeah, so from the perspective of someone and watch maybe on this fort, they just see this black dot in the distance. Is it burrow? What's the word I'm looking for? Just kind of flies over this hull in the air, grabbing air, hits the ground, sending up dust, which obscures it as it rushes towards the gate. And then you hear the flapping of the duster as the wind's catching it. And they see the bike slide out from underneath them.
All right. Make me... I kind of want to say body marksmanship, but at the same time, you're still kind of sliding, so it's more about prowess. So make me a prowess. Prowess, you're going to use explosive rounds, right?
Yes, yeah. I'll have
Make me a prowess marksmanship roll. Difficulty is 3.
Okay.
Actually, tell you what, difficulty is 4. Because you're going to have to hit the bike at the right spot and have it explode. Oh, what was that?
Jesus. Was that the explosion?
I was feeling that. I was like really in character.
What happened?
There was this big amount of feedback just hit. It was like rain or something. It was crazy.
Oh.
But it also sounded like a very bad explosion.
Yeah, it was really cool. But I was like, what the
whatever.
fuck was that? All right, make the roll.
Okay, I'm just double checking to make sure there's nothing that will help me out here.
Don't forget, you can spend your focus, and if you invoke your focus, because gunsting is the best you do, your focus will count as 2 dice per focus instead of 1.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna use a focus on this.
Okay, so that'll give you 2 dice. If you want to invoke your motivation, which you can do, because like you've got it, each focus will give you 2 dice. How many focus do you want to use?
Well, this needs to go for a hit, so we'll go for 2 focus.
Yeah. So that means that you get 4 extra dice.
4 extra dice, and that's included in the pool, so I'll add them. So it's 10d6.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 d6, because you have
6 the fate.
Plus fate. Very important.
Getting about the fate. And you said it was 4, okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, that happened.
Oh.
The entire camp is dead. We win.
Yeah, but we took out all the gas for hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you killed all the people who were in the save as well. Okay, the fuck am I gonna do with this number? Okay, so 4 is out, so that's 6 outcome. How much outcome would you like to spend on the explosion?
I feel this is a double-edged sword. I spent 6 outcome. Okay, there's a crater left in the ground.
And everything's dead, and you should go home.
Let's go for 4.
Okay. All right, you've got 2 outcome left. What would you like to spend the other 2 outcome on?
Is there any way to spend that on me hauling ass to the other gate?
To what, the other gate? Where you want to run over the other side?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. You can get there like that. It's done.
In fact,
Now,
I'll use
I'm gonna
one
ask a
outcome
question.
not to look at the explosion.
I'm going to ask a question. Are you sure you want to spend 4 outcome on getting an explosion?
Because you're asking it in such a manner, yes.
Okay.
Yes,
So, the good news is you slide in perfectly. You get off, you shoot, and you're gone. And the explosion happens. It's a small one. It shakes the foundations of the wall. However, the problem was that what you didn't know was that their fuel tanks were being kept literally on the other side of the door. So the explosion goes boom, then it goes the entire gate and the 2 guards and some of the cars just are incinerated. Half the walls basically are now on fire, and half of them are broken apart, and everyone is screaming like, what the fuck just going on? There's a huge hole directly there as you run your way out to the gate. Bastion, what would you like to do? Cindy's like,
well, I hope that's killed some of the people. Can I just attempt to charge the gate that I'm at and either hack it down or just smash through it with my
the
body?
gate is not there.
No, I'm on the other side, remember?
Oh yeah,
Because I imagine the guards at the top are probably looking the other direction.
they're not looking in the direction, they're running to the other direction.
Okay.
You have cleared space at this gate. There is no one here. You can just break it down and they're not even gonna fucking see you. Because everyone's too busy going, what the fuck just happened?
Okay, I will charge and smash through that gate.
Okay. You got buddy sick. I don't see why you should roll. Fucking gate's broken down. You come in and you see there's smoke everywhere from the explosion. People are a little bit confused, not sure what's going on. There's a fire in the middle, people around. When you enter from your side, you can see that there is a cage with what looks like about maybe 3 people in it.
Okay.
They all have the same kind of clothes and dresses, like the ones that Cindy's wearing. Mm-hmm. And she describes them as one of the people, like, basically that's what she describes some of the people to be there. You also know that it was supposed to be 6, you only see 3.
Okay. I've got a moment where everyone is looking the other way.
Yes. For 1 round, you guys can do whatever you want.
Can I hack, either tear that cage apart or like hack at it with the axe, like on the lock, and break it open and say and shout at those people that, or tell those people that Cindi is just outside and like
fucking run. That sounds fair. Yeah, you can do that. No problem.
Out of the firing range that is about to become me. So
they're like, okay, and they fucking bolt.
1 second, sorry.
Take your time. Checks. What is Haslan doing?
Well, he's hauling ass to this side gate that they could not see, so he's not.
You're already there. Like, you got 2 outcome. You're there.
Okay, so he didn't know what to expect. Is it? I presume there is a gate. There is some blockade, or is it just open? So you're talking about the 3rd gate?
The 3rd gate. You guys don't know where the entrance is for that. You reckon there's a 3rd one, but you can't see it from where you are.
That's the one I would have been running to.
Yeah, but you don't know where it is.
Oh, I mean, I'll spend time looking for it then.
All right, make me a perception check.
I think that's fair. 4. Because the idea was to kind of split up. Difficulty 4.
Yeah, because you have no idea what entrance is. It's nighttime. Because you scouted it before, you couldn't find it, but you reckon there was another way because the numbers of people inside didn't match up to the amount of people going in.
What's the attribute that's being used for it?
The attribute will be reason.
Oh,
Your favorite.
sugar. I'm going to walk right past it.
With one success, you cannot see a third entrance. Sorry about that. I should have probably been more clear. And I didn't hear you guys going for a third one because I was like, there is a third, but you don't know where it is. I should have been more clear. You can't find it. You're pretty certain there must be a third one somewhere, but you can't work out where and when. But you do see people are panicking and rushing towards the entrance. People are like alarms are being rang. There's noise everywhere inside the camp, but you don't know where that entrance is. Dan, are you back yet?
Yes, I am.
All right, cool. So at this point, you free the people inside. Haslan can't find the other entrance, so he's not quite sure what's going on. What would you like to do? People are starting to pick up that something is up.
Do I see? I mean, I imagine it's fairly chaotic. Mm-hmm. Is there how many people am I staring at in this courtyard?
You reckon with the smoke and stuff around you, you can see about maybe 5 people.
So there is like occlusion. It's not just the entire fortress is going to look at me. There is only 5 people near me, but there is smoke.
But they're not paying attention to you because they're too busy looking at the explosion.
Are most of these people just
they're completely distracted.
Yeah. Are most of these people just are they armed, or is it heavily armed, or is it mostly the people up on the top and the walls who are heavily armed?
One of the guys is heavily armed. The others are just holding what looks like some melee weapon. One of them has a revolver.
Okay. I'm gonna go for the heavily armed guy.
So you're planning on killing everyone in the camp?
Until they stop begging me to not to, yeah.
Okay. Just so you know, you have rescued Cindy's friends, so all you need is a fuel to get out of here.
Sure, but there's more friends potentially. So what I want to do is try and use the occlusion and the distraction and just take that dude completely out in a really gruesome way.
I love it. Make me a prowess stealth check. Because the more you succeed, the more you can take people out, and then you get to him and just rip him in half.
Okay. Prowess is 4. 5 for the fate. Stealth is 5. Use a point of focus. So 6 dice. On a 5 success. 2 successes.
All right, that's just enough to get to him. So you arrive at him, and please describe how you destroy his body and cut him in half.
So looming shadow of an 8-foot man comes through the smoke, and the camera shot is looking at this guy, looking around, panicked with this big gun, and this looming shadow just comes up behind them, and then I think basically what he does is just sort of the chain whirls around his neck and just and connects into this other huge hand, and then just drags him away into the fog, into the smoke, and crunch.
Do you make it very loud so other people can see, or do you just do it quietly?
I think I'll try crunch this guy quietly.
All right, yeah, you got one down. Yep, one down the smoke.
Okay.
There's probably more though, so be careful. Haslan, you can't find the entrance. What's your next plan?
So 2 questions. What are the walls at this point made of?
Wood, metal, mix of both.
So
some made wood, some metal. Most of it's on fire though.
Okay. In that case, I don't know if this would work, but might as well attempt it. He's still got explosive rounds in his gun. But he's just going to shoot the wall, hoping it explodes enough for him to open up so he can.
I don't think explosive rounds are good enough to break through the wall, unfortunately. Enough for you to go through. But you can break through a part of the wall that you've already exploded.
From there to then yeah.
Yeah. Because like there's smoke everywhere, people running around. You can just sneak in if you want, if you got good stealth.
Do I have a good stealth? Yeah, I've got a reasonable stealth.
Okay. Make me the roll. Difficulty's only 2 because no wait. Yeah, difficulty's only 2.
What's the attribute?
Attribute would be prowess.
Prowess. Okay. Should be able to pull this off.
This should be fine. This should be easy.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Fucking 5 with 5 outcome. You can be anywhere in the camp you choose. Where would you like to go?
I don't want me again, man. We'll just start the opposite side from Bastion, I think.
All right. So you're gonna be there in the darkness, moving about. Hell, if you still got outcome left, you want to spend it to take some dudes out?
Sure. Why not? Yeah.
Why not? Fucking take 2 dudes out of your choice, quietly or unquietly. That's your choice, though.
Quietly.
Okay. So 2 dudes of one, they mind their own business, and you sort of descend upon them. Then you can grab them and put them into the darkness, and then you once again hear it. Stab, whatever you need to do. All right, guys, you're separated, but no one still knows you're there. What is your next plan, guys? I mean, you're doing really good so far, but I'm not quite sure what the end goal is.
I'm keen to try find whoever is a leader, whoever people seem to be taking orders from, or the scariest looking dude, and basically kill him in a gruesome fashion and then take over.
I love it. Dan? Could you please, first up, could you please gain 1 more temporary spite? And secondly, could you make me a cunning perception roll?
Cunning perception. 5, and on 5s. That's almost all 1s.
That's not bad. The smoke is going through the area the best it can, and you're like keeping an eye out to see if you can't spot anything or anyone else like that. You move towards the fire, like the main room fire, and that's the first time you notice that the 3 other people from Cindy's group are there on their knees. Their bodies... Sorry, what was that you saying?
No, you go.
They are on their knees, and you approach them, and you realize that they're not moving. You look over at the same time as like one of the guys run past and budges him, and his head rolls back, and you see his skin has been sunken in, and his eyes are just empty sockets. And he's like a husk of what he used to be.
So someone's sucking life force out of this. So there's another nemissary or something in this camp.
It's at this point that you hear a, "Are you my daddy?" next to you.
The huge guy turns to what I presume is a fairly small child.
Yes, there is what looks like a 10-year-old kid standing next to you. He looks pristine. His clothes are fresh and nice. His hair is like almost perfectly blonde. He looks amazing. And he looks up and he goes, "Are you my daddy?"
Do I get the sense, some sort of, song-related thing, that this is an emissary? In perfection.
If you didn't get the sense before, you get it when he smiles and your brain pretty much implodes. Oh. Could you please make me a body resolve roll? Difficulty is going to be what he rolls against you. Difficulty 5.
Jesus. Okay. Maybe use a focus.
It's okay, his body. It's your best skill. You'll be fine.
Is this resisting brood song?
No, you're not resisting brute song, so you don't get a bonus or a penalty.
Okay. I am rolling 8 dice.
Oh, you'll be fine. Just roll all successes.
I hope so.
Easy peasy. I know there's a way to spend spite to get. Motherfucker, 6 successes. That was beautiful. All right, so you start. How much focus did you spend on that?
1.
Oh, that's not so bad.
No, not really.
You go down on your knee as he's speaking towards you, almost like he's taking over your body. But then you break it out and you stand again. And he looks in the cookies and goes, "Oh, as fun as the last ones."
So I don't know if I can spend my outcome or what.
You only got 1 success. So your outcome is that I will give it to you for this one because only. Actually, what would you like to spend your outcome on?
And just to put myself in a good position for the coming fight, which is, I don't know if I can.
I'll tell you what. I'll give you 1 outcome for your initiative roll when you roll it.
Okay.
Deal?
Cool. Yeah, I basically turn to him, and you get him saying what perhaps you quickly think is the mantra that he uses to keep himself sane, even through his transformation. And he just turns to this tiny child and goes, "I am my own man," and then basically he's going to swing at this dude.
And the kid goes, "Not for long." Meanwhile, Chax, you are in the building.
I am.
Yeah, people are still trying to clean up this area. You notice there's a lady who's walking up and she's giving instructions and pointing people to get things done. She looks well hard and she's got a horrible scar running down her face. From the scar and from seeing the description, you recognize her as Etta, the leader of this group.
Okay. I really should just shoot her.
You'd have to get close enough to make the shot, or you can go for a risky shot from here.
No, I'm just I'm gonna do the stupidest thing. I'm gonna just walk up to her.
Oh, he's gonna bop over there? Sup?
Yeah, basically.
I love it. Let's go. All right, you walk up. She's giving instructions. What are you gonna do when you get there? So I know what you're gonna roll before we get there.
I'm just going to kind of try and basically blend in and say, what can I do and all this. But I know the fuel's here somewhere, but I don't know where. So maybe, I think you'll suggest it. Maybe should remove the fuel or something along those lines.
I love it. I think that's a stupidly ballsy move. Make your roll. You have to beat her difficulty, and I'm going to give her 2 automatic successes because you're not part of the group. So you have to beat 5 successes. But if you do it, you've got it. Roll your conviction or your cunning, and you can either roll your authority or your panache.
It's got to be authority.
It has to be your panache.
It has to be a panache.
Yeah, because you're being like, "Hey, how can I help you? What's going on?" You're not like, "You tell me what to do."
Okay.
If you want to spend some focus, now's the time to do it.
Spend 1 focus, I think.
Nice. I believe you.
Yeah, let's spend 1.
Just roll 5 successes. Your problem solved. Just roll 6.
Yeah.
Fucking thanks. I guess. Jesus fucking Christ. Wow.
Hey, how you doing? Nice night tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been a good. Oh man, what's up? Cheers. She gives you a hug and she's high-fiving you. And she's like, "Where are you going down?" She's like, "Oh, I can't believe we're gonna lose that fuel." All right, the car is parked over there. And she points to a car that's been left behind on the side. There's still the fuel in it. Get that car, get it away from the fire, and we're good. You hear me?
Done.
I think your fucking 3 extra outcome just tells you where the car is, tells you that it's full of fuel, and tells you what to fucking do. Straight up, it's just done. I'm not gonna fucking fight against you and your stupid good rolling dice. All right, Dan. Guess what time it is for you?
Is it combat time?
It's combat time. Please roll your initiative. I'll roll my initiative. Checks, please roll your initiative because you'll be driving past them when this happens.
Okay.
Okay. So initiative was cunning, and
Cunning perception.
a cunning perception roll, and I get an extra outcome.
An extra dice.
An extra
outcome.
dice. Okay.
Yes.
6.
He's only gone on 3.
6 dice on 5. I get 1.
Wow, that sucks. Sorry, bro.
Ugh.
All right. He goes first, and he gets a 3 die. So he looks at you as he realizes that you're not bowing to his will. So he sighs, and he's like, "How unfortunate." And he moves towards. But as he moves towards, it's almost like he's leaving a trail, like his body's been sped up. And he takes his hand and he attempts to basically backhand you across the face. What is in return?
Can I try defend against it, I guess?
Are you going for defense or are you going for an attack?
So if I go for an attack at this moment, I do damage, but I take the damage he's going to give me.
No. If you beat him, you do damage to him, not the other way around.
Sure.
However, your chain is defensive. It's not attacking. So your reach won't count unless you're using it to attack.
Well, there's not a defensive weapon quality. It's just more. It just doesn't do very much damage, and is more reachy.
Fair dues.
Yeah, I'll try and attack him, and I've got the 3 reach. So.
Excellent. Now remember, you do what's called your skill for is the same, but you do damage equals to the average of them.
Sure. But I need it to stop him, so.
Which is fair.
I have the chain thing. I can, if you read it, you can choose it not to do any damage.
Yeah.
But it can instead entangle, which stops them from moving and also puts them in like a -1 success or something.
Okay. Cool.
The thing is that if I'm attacking with 2 weapons, does that mean the whole attack does no damage, or just the chain part of it?
The whole attack will do no damage. Because you can't just be like, I entangle you and I hit you. Because otherwise it wouldn't make any sense. You have to give one up for that. The game is built. It's not built so you can go smack, 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 smack. It calculates it all in one go. So if you give up your damage for that, you can entangle them. Otherwise, you'd be like, well, while I do damage, I'll just entangle and hit.
I'm going to try and do that then. I'm going to try and entangle him up.
I love it. Make the roll.
So it's prowess and
melee.
Prowess, melee. So that's 5. I'm going to spend another focus. So that's 6 dice on a 4-up. Sorry, I just got so many tabs. I have to keep checking the rules.
It's okay. I don't blame you. Fucking hell.
On a 4-up. Nope, failed again.
Nope, but he got 1 outcome on you. So he comes up. He looks towards you.
Remember, I have 3 reach, so he has minus.
Yes, he took -3 dice.
Really? Okay.
Yep. He is an enemy nemissary. He is a high stat character because he is nails.
Okay.
You don't get to be a small child hanging around this world, knocking yourself out if you're not nails.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
So the good news for him is that your reach is no longer valid because you didn't oppose attack and he hit you. So until you spend a minor action to step back and then breathe, your reach can't come back. He smacks you across the face and then he deals his natural weapon damage, which he has, which he deals 5 + 1. Now remember, you've got armor.
Armor of 3.
So you soak 3 and you take 2. It's not specifically special damage. It's just normal damage. What threshold does that fall under?
My injured has a 4 next to it.
Yep. So any damage less than a 4 is only injured. So please mark what. Put a 1. And no, don't put a 1. Actually, I'll do it for you because I gotta do a specific symbol.
Okay.
There is wounds, there's baleful wounds, there's normal wounds, and then there's impaled wounds. So put an N in injured to show that you have a normal wound there. Just 1 box.
Oh crap. Is there not like a deficit for using just normal base unarmed fight? versus people who are armed. I saw
Only if you don't have natural weapons, which he does.
Okay.
Like I said, this kid is a child nemissary. He's probably pretty nails. So he smacks you up. You actually go flying from the hit, but you only take a little bit of damage. You're fine. And then he starts to walk towards you, smiling. Dan, you skip your turn because you went for the post attack. Checks.
Yeah, I'm going to get in this car, start it up. Just in my mind, it's facing away from Etta, so he puts it in reverse. And
what, you're going to run her over backwards?
I'm going to run her over backwards.
Sure, why not? Make me a... There's even a driving in this game? What would you use for driving?
What's my highest stats? Let's go for that.
No, it was not. I'm oh, Jesus. Shit, I have no idea what stat you would use for driving a car. Would you even know how to drive a car? I'll tell you what, it's a knowledge thing. So make me a knowledge check with your prowess.
Oh,
difficulty is 3. With the smoke and everything else to hit her.
Okay.
So just want to back into her. Checks, you're not checks. I need to stop playing this game. Okay.
No,
so
play this game first.
Isn't your knowledge really shit?
My knowledge is 1.
How did this happen?
I don't know.
How have you got 8 successes with a knowledge of 1?
That's not possible. There's no way that should have worked. You put 1 in the skill, you muppet. You're supposed to put 6.
So the skills, like if you have a knowledge of 1, you only have a success rate of 6. If you have a knowledge of 2, you have a success rate of 5.
God damn it, Checks! Fucking bullcrap. Right, I'll let you re-roll and put a 6 there instead of a 1. God damn it, Checks.
Okay.
I was like, what the hell is this? Dude, that's better.
Twice.
Okay, so you back the car up. She's like, fuck you. And she's like, wait, what the hell? And she dives out of the way just in time. You rock back and you drop some of the fuel. And then she realizes what's going on. She's like, stop that car! Stop that car! And she yells at them to not get on it. So the guys are moving up towards you this turn. We move to the top of the round, which is the boy. And he starts to walk towards you, Dan. And he's like, I want you to be my plaything. And he reaches out his hand. And he starts to make the blood inside you start to bubble. So he's doing an attack against you. How would you like to defend? Would you like to defend or just take the hit?
How do I defend from attacks, mentally attacks? Or is it
it's not mental attack. He's putting his hand out and boiling your blood inside you. It's like a normal attack action for him. He's just spending the animal because he's got tons to spare.
Okay. Does the anima take like an action to do?
In this case, it's like a combat action.
Yeah, but if I was to use it, like, I can't. Can I use anima and still act on my turn?
No, it'll take your turn to do.
Okay.
And besides, this is your response reaction.
Yeah, I know. I was just wondering if it's worth taking it and then doing things on my turn.
You might do. You might. Sometimes you just take the hit.
No,
like, screw it.
I'll try defend against him again. And
you sure? Because, like, dude, you're already sweating as it is. Maybe you've got tons of health. I'd say take the hit and hope for the best.
No, I can't. I'm gonna try chain him up again or something as he reaches his hand out.
Like, fucking stop! Try and grab him while he's there. I love it. Your reach no longer applies.
Okay.
It's blood magic, so it's back up to that. What am I doing? Oh god, I'm doing this one again. Whoosh. What are you rolling, Dan?
3 successes.
You can make that. Just roll that again. Problem solved.
I've rolled 3, and what's he rolled? Okay.
Let me try this again. And okay.
7.
7 successes. So he breaks through and he basically starts to boil your blood. You feel your blood start to ooze out of your body. Like in a horrible, slow, conniving, horrific way. It comes out your nose, it comes out your eyes, it comes out your mouth, it comes out your ears. You're just losing it faster and faster as he's walking towards you. In fact, with the outcome he got extra, he will use some to lift you up in the air. So now you're floating above him as your blood is getting more and more bubbly in this horrible, horrific way. Please take 5 plus 6, 7, 8 points of damage.
13 damage. Does the armor count or not?
In this case, armor does not count.
So that's a critical wound.
No, you took 8 damage. What are you doing?
You said like 5 plus 8 or something.
No, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay. That's just over mauled.
So it will just be 1 critical wound. So what you do is you mark 1 for injured, 1 for mauled, and 1 for critical.
Excellent. I've had my go. I'm just going to be right back.
Go on, then. Checks.
Yes.
What would you like to do?
Good question. This barrel that's fell off.
People are going to start pushing the car.
Let's speed the car away then.
I think that's probably best.
Yeah.
How would you like to go? You can head back towards where Dan is, or you can try and spin the car around here and drive the other way. Remember, Cindi and the crew are back where Dan is.
No, I'm going to head towards where Bastion is and spin it there.
I think that's fair.
Just basically what I'm trying to do is line up a shot for the next...
For the next one? Okay, you can spend this turn basically driving up so you get there with the gun and hopefully keep him away. Oh, fuck it. Do you want to shoot this turn?
You tell me.
It's up to you. You can do what you want.
I mean, if I've still got the action left to be able to do so, then totally
it'll cost you 1 minor action to start driving away. And if you see that Dan is in trouble, you can just go for the shot. So you'll be at -1 pull penalty.
Yeah, let's do it then.
Okay. He will choose to defend by dodging out of the way, because fuck that.
That makes sense.
Didn't he spend his action killing me?
Yeah, but he's giving up his next action.
Okay.
See? When you attack, if you go whoop, you give it up to go to the next one.
Okay, so what attribute would that be?
Prowess. Marksmanship, -1 pull die. And he is shit hot.
Let me just make sure I've got these numbers right this time.
I hope your luck has run out, checks. Fuck. Okay, never mind.
Are you succeeding on a 2-up with your gun? I thought it was 3-up.
Yeah, it's 2-up because he's got 4 marksmanship. He's really good at shooting.
Wow.
So your shot goes through. How much damage is that?
That's a... No, I need to find the place in the book.
Oh, no, it's right there. It's your gun, right?
Yeah, but it's explosive rounds.
Oh, god damn it. Okay. Okay, let's go find explosive rounds. Hang in there, boys.
Wouldn't 2-up be 5 in a skill with shooting? It's inverse of the dice.
No, he's got 4 marksmanship.
Yeah.
So 6, 5, 4. Oh, be 3, not 2. So actually, that checks. You've actually got 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. So you've tied. So you do, because when players tie, it goes to the attacker or the player, depending on what I feel like. You only do your base damage of your weapon.
Just because I've got 3
Oh, no,
muscular 4s.
Yeah.
No, I've mistyped it.
It's okay. You're not as shithole as you think you are.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Okay. All right, guys. Let's go find equipment. We can do this. Just bear with me. What the devil would it be?
180.
All right.
Or thereabouts.
Nope, that's all weapon qualities. Ballistic. Yeah, we got that. Bone sculptured, which is great. Full auto, impaling, ow. Incendiary. A whole bunch of other trash I don't care about.
Maybe I didn't see it.
Well, I remember seeing it somewhere around here. Range weapon quality somewhere. This is close. Weapon traits, weapon qualities. Oh God, I can't find it. This is my life now. Looking this up.
Yep.
We're almost at the end, guys. Just hang in there. Dan, don't die.
I don't feel it's up to me anymore.
You can take him. He's all right. He's just a kid. You can do it.
I'm on -3 to my pool and -1 success.
You can handle it.
I'm getting about 3 successes now with my. Well, I was with my full amount, so I mean, I've used about half. Not even half my health has gone, and I'm now practically useless.
You can do it. You'll be fine. Just take another hit. Where the hell did I put? I can't find it. Checks. I'm sorry. I looked at the entire. Oh! Explosives. Where is it? It's explosive rounds, right?
Yes, heap. I believe it's called.
Yeah, there we go. Plus, it gets armor piercing, and attack would inflict a mold or greater than all wounds inflicted at baleful. Yeah. Forge. So, how much damage do you do then?
5.
Five is the base.
5 is not enough. Oh, that is enough to mold him. Actually, fuck. Well, I guess that's all baleful. So the explosion hits him, and you see like his body, like half his body becomes charred, and his face becomes this sort of like burnt and half there. And you see him like slowly trying to recover it, but he can't seem to do it. You've hurt him. It hurts because it's baleful damage, but he's still going because he's a goddamn monster. All right. So the 10 will move past checks, past him. Dan, it's your turn.
Am I still floating in the air?
No, you are on the ground from the shot he just gave.
Okay.
Now it's up to you what you want to do. I will say one thing though: kill him. He's defenseless. You can still. He's right there.
I can barely hit him, but okay.
You should go for it. It'd be fun. Are you going to go for it? Are you going to resist and try and get out of the way?
I'm just going to try and heal myself first as a minor action. I have restore flesh.
All right, do it. Pop it.
There's multiple different types that. So outcome points of outcome may be spent, but it takes 1 light anima. Allows the character to heal from 1 injured wound, unlike normal regeneration. This power may be used on regenerating impaled wounds, but not baleful wounds.
Yep,
outcome points of outcome may enhance this power. So should I only do it after I've done a combat? Or is it outcome while making the roll? It's outcome while making the roll, isn't it? Okay. Let's try to do this then. So it's a body resolve.
Yep.
It's a 0 when a standard action, but I don't want to do that. So it's a 2 when a minor action. So I need 2 successes.
And you heal 1 wound, and you can heal more with outcome.
Okay, so body resolve. In the right tab.
I believe in you.
7 and 5 success. 3 successes.
Ooh.
So I got 1 point of outcome. 1 point of outcome can be spent for recover an additional wound. 1 or 3 points of outcome can be used to upgrade higher level wounds, or I can ignore some sort of enhancement rule, which I'm not entirely sure about. I'll heal the 2 wounds.
Excellent. So spend the anima and do it.
So the injured and the injured have gone. So that's 1 light anima spent.
Oh, Dan, no. You need to, if you're going to heal, you must always heal the highest and that come away down. Unless it says injured specifically.
No, I need to spend more points to heal more horrible wounds, but I didn't get the enough points, so I can only heal the minor wounds. If you look at Restore Flesh.
Yeah, but there's a rule in there that says you can't heal lower level. No, what? Fuck it. I'll look it up later. I'd say you can go for it now anyway. Leave it as it is. We'll do what it has to do later after that.
So now I just have -1 to the pool and -1 success.
Hey, plenty.
All
right, so it passes you. Are you done?
No, that was just my minor action. Now I can attack.
Yeah, you're right. All right, we're gonna do.
So I'll just use the axe. So with I don't know, my blood all over the place.
One more temporary spite, please.
1 more temporary spite. Okay.
Yeah. You are slaying the thing that hurts you and listening to your triumph a little bit more.
Tyrant. If this is about survival and listening to the tyrant, and I would be a better leader, can I use a focus and it count as 2?
If you're saying I will be better in charge.
Yes, I'm trying to kill their leader.
Yeah, sure, do it.
So that counts as 2 foci. So that's down to 0. So I'm doing a prowess, plus the fate is 5, plus 2 focus is 7. And it's on the melee skill, so it's a 4 up. So
he is going to defend. He's not desperate.
He said you couldn't defend because he defended against the being shot or something.
No, he couldn't take an action because he defended against being shot. The same way you skip your action if you do something.
But hasn't he skipped? Okay. 7 dice, 4 up.
All right, he's hoping
3
for the best.
successes still. All of that.
Better than nothing. Like, I might completely fail to dodge this.
So far, you've rolled like double my successes in like every round.
Well, there we go. I got exactly your success, which means that I'll give the attack to you, so you hit for your base damage.
5.
You slam the axe into him. It like goes through some of his like horrible flesh, the part that's burnt. You hear him scream. It makes a big, deep gash. He's not bleeding to death or anything. He's taking the hit and he looks pissed, but he's still there. Your turn passes.
Hang on. No, because that didn't take into account all my injuries, so I actually failed because I had less successes.
Oh, you have less successes.
The critical injury would take away one of those successes.
There we go. So you know what? The exact same thing happens. You slam your axe into him, and he's screaming and crying. But as the axe goes into him, his body is healing it up, and it pushes your axe away.
Okay.
On his turn, he screams more, and his whole body, everything about him, explodes.
Okay.
Dan, please make me a body athletics roll difficulty 3 to not take any damage from his explosion.
7. 5 up. 7. 5 up. Fail. Oh, and again, injuries would reduce that further. So,
all right. So that'll be 2 outcome extra he gets for that, and he will spend it into damage. Your armor does still count, so that'll be 5, 6, 7 minus your armor.
So that would 4 exactly. So I gain another injury.
Hey. All right. With your injuries taken and you down, you see his form had just broken apart, like he just shattered from nothing. His turn is done. Checks.
So I'm speeding towards Bastion at the moment.
Yep.
Or at least I was pointing in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing I would have seen him go down.
No, he's still up. He's just
He's still up.
Yeah.
I'm just covered in injuries.
He'll hold him back in like 10 minutes. He'll be grand.
Can I drive my car into this emissary?
No, it's gone. It exploded. You made it burn, and you actually hurt it because you gave it baleful wounds, so he fucking bailed.
Oh, it did that thing like they just bone shard kind of, and then
and then he shattered his form.
Oh. Okay then.
What would you like to do? Still got 10 checks.
Well, I've still got people chasing me from behind.
Yeah, you still got a car.
Let's I'll drive up to Bastion to get in.
Has he got the fuel?
Yep.
That barrel that fell off, I'm going to take a pot shot at that.
Fuck it. I'll give it to you for free because like none of the guys chasing you are next to it, and some other dudes will horribly die because it'd be cooler that way.
You know the 3 people, one of them was dead that I was fighting this guy over. Are they all dead now? Or were they
they were all already dead by the time you got there. They'd been drained of their anima.
Okay.
But their bodies are still there if you want to grab them and take them back with you.
Not sure there's much point. It checks his go, isn't it, anyway?
Yeah, it is. Well, his goal is that he shot the pot behind you and gone, get in! And now it's your turn.
Bastion's very keen to murder these people.
But considering what your health is, I mean, the tyrant's like, yes, you can still win. Yes, you can still win against them all.
Don't I have to make tests against him?
Yeah, but you've been listening to him this whole time.
So if I was to
every time he said something, you've gone, okay. And I'm like, well.
How many people does it, with their leader dead, how many people does it seem like there's left that we can see?
You can't tell from the smoke and the injuries and everything around you, but you reckon it's a good portion.
And with that last barrel exploding, or?
Remember, there's still stuff happening. You don't, you got the numbers kind of estimated because you didn't get an outcome on that roll. So you reckon there were 24 people. You reckon maybe you've killed 10.
Okay. Do I have to roll to resist the charms of the tyrant to actually leave? Or...
You do, and I believe if you fail, it gives you spite. But you can. I can't control your character. You can still leave.
He's keen to stay.
You want to stay and fight these things?
Yeah, I can heal up on my turns and fight them.
Okay, it's entirely up to you. However, I am ending the session in about 2 minutes, so I will leave you here if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, I say get him out of here, and then I'm gonna.
Remember that boy is still around.
Is he not? I thought he exploded.
Yeah,
he's just somewhere.
He's exploded and destroyed his form, but he'll probably reform soon.
Okay. I guess I'll have to roll against the tyrant then. What do I have to roll?
I have no idea. I'm still looking it up, but I believe it is a conviction resolve. And the difficulty is how much your permanent strife is. So it's difficulty 1.
So I find it hard. I find it hard to resist my hollow, so it's actually difficulty 2. But I'm currently rolling at -2 dice and -1 success. So more than likely to get spite, whatever that does for me. So
I'm down with that. Let's go.
Can I heal before?
No.
Right.
Because you healing is you saying, I want to stay and fight. He basically said the statement, and you have to decide on the spot how you feel about it.
Okay. Let me.
Just succeed, problem solved.
So conviction, resolve, 5. 5 on a 5 up. Complete and utter failure. That's not even counting the injuries again, so like negative.
Do you want to give that a reroll? Because I've still got luck to use. I presume this is like the chapter.
Oh, okay, cool. What, you want to pop your reroll?
I mean, if you won't have it for next week, honestly, I can't really succeed at this roll in my current form, so I would have to get like multiple. I'd have to get 4 6s out of 5 or something to actually succeed. So
I like it. In that case, please increase your permanent. You can still leave, but increase your permanent spike by 1.
Oh, great.
It means that the next time you resist him, it gets harder and harder and harder and harder to do.
Does that ever go down?
Permanent spike never goes down. Temporary goes down per story.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So the more injured you are and the more it keeps telling you what to do, the harder it's going to become to resist it. And then it builds up until you can't do it anymore, which is the whole point of it.
That's going to happen very, very quickly at this rate.
That's the problem with being the chosen. So, I'll be able to go. You got 3 though. As long as you have a high resolve and a high conviction, you can handle it. Also, spend focus. All right. So, in that case, do you get in the car?
Well, now I've taken the massive penalty to do so, I guess so.
So, if you get in the car and you guys drive off, I will end the session there for part 1. How's that? Fair?
Okay.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna end the broadcast in a minute. But before we do that, one quick good thing, bad thing.
I think I rapidly became useless.
What do you mean by useless?
I mean, I already wasn't I mean, I've built this character, I think, almost as well. Like, I don't have 4 in melee, but I do have 3, and then I have a fair pool of things. So I'm usually rolling like 6 dice and looking for a 4 up to succeed. But as soon as that thing, for instance, when it sucked my blood or whatever, and it did an injury, a mold, and a critical, that put me 2 dice down in the pool and 1 success die down overall, and I had injuries on top of that, so it basically became impossible for me to do anything. And that was maybe only a third of the total wounds I could take.
Oh no, because you can keep taking wounds in those boxes.
In the same box?
No, in those, how many boxes you have, that's how many wounds you can take.
Yeah, but like the penalty is immediate, so all it's actually allowing me to do is take more negatives when even after just, like a round of combat, I was already practically at half capability.
Well, the good news though is that you heal 1 wound per minute, and you heal 1 critical and deadly wound per 10 minutes. So if you're injured, if you get out of there and you take a moment to catch your breath, you're usually quite fine.
Yeah, so then it just devolves into like taking short rests and then coming back again to attack him and doing the same. But it doesn't like help in the moment. Like I'm not really any tougher. I can take more hits before I actually die, but it doesn't, stop me from becoming practically useless.
Also, don't forget that you were out of focus at that point because you were spending a lot of focus, which didn't help.
I mean, I had like 3 of my available 4 from having spent some in the first fight, but I did spend it during that fight. I was trying, like I put multiple focus in, and still.
Also, he was pretty fucking nails, which he's meant to be.
But like, I don't. Okay, so like my goal, my tyrant goal or whatever, was to take that. Even despite the fact that he was, twice my level or whatever, like that fight was practically unwinnable for me to win. But like I basically can't resist that tyrant, and it's just going to get higher and higher and higher, or I die.
Well, you can resist him. You can go, no, I'm not going to go fight the thing and calm yourself down. But you have a 2 resolve and
No,
4
I have 4
conviction.
resolve.
You have 4 resolve. 4 resolve?
No, I had 2 resolve and 4 conviction, which is about
Yeah.
that's not bad for a beginning character as far as I can see.
So you would have succeeded normally, but you were injured at the time.
But it's just going to get harder. And if there's no way to take that down,
there's no normal way to take that down. I think they have a thing here about if you do a heroic action, you can lower your spite.
Okay.
A really heroic action and save someone and like restore your confidence in your humanity. But there's no normal way to take it down.
Even normally, I think it's going to be quite hard to beat, regardless of the injuries. But I'm just
chosen.
I think you start out quite powerful, but I'm just saying. I think the punishments rack up very quickly.
I think that's fair. Well, what did you like about it?
I like the theme, and I think once you've got all the dice pools and whatnot sorted out,
eventually, fucking hell.
Yeah, that system seems to work reasonably well.
Okay.
I do think so. Although I think for us to actually have topped what we had in front of us there, I needed to have boosted myself up using a lot of anima or something to have
that probably would have helped. Remember, that kid was like swimming in anima from all the people he's been absorbing. Hence the reason why he was so nails, and the reason why he hangs out with a bunch of dudes. With that aside, checks. What did you enjoy? What did you not enjoy?
In terms of the cons, it's just a lot to take in.
That's fine.
Again, it's one of those things. Practice makes perfect, I suppose. Although I think this one needs more practice than a lot of other systems. Pros is actually quite an interesting system. I fucked up the dice pools.
Don't remind us. We were like, how are you rolling 8? Oh, of course, because you put 1 down.
Yeah, I think I did that more than once, to be honest, where I've just kind of went back to front. That's kind of a con, because I just kind of, I don't know, my brain just wasn't switched on for that, to be honest. But when it works, it works.
When it works, it works.
My brain and the system.
All right. I think with that note, I shall end the broadcast, and I will see you guys next week for part 2, which hopefully I'll understand how the rules work a bit better. Everybody cool?
Look forward to it.
All right. And ending the broadcast in 3, 2, 1.